I'm hitting record. Last episode of 2025.
Last episode of 2025. Odie, do you know what the last episode of 2025 is brought to us by?
Yes, I do.
Birthday baklava. You fucking
Birthday
know it,
baklava.
baby. You know that Kevin's got some
I didn't
baklava.
know that.
Well, here's what happened. I went to my dad's house
What
last
happened
night.
was.
What happened was I went to my dad's house last night, and
Shout out Kevin's dad.
Love Mama Bear, love Papa Bear, right? They framed the question in a really funny way because they were asking one of their sons, because they have 3 sons now who have like done a lot of traveling in life and have been like all over the country and all around the world. And Curtis is in Spain right now. Colin's opening up a resort in New Hampshire. You know, like I've lived multiple lives across the United States. And they go, have you ever had baklava? And I was like, first off, I love baklava. Second off, guys, let me regale you with a story about a little Jewish lady who used to come into my wine store. And one day, I forget how we got on the topic, but this is the stuff that I appreciate the most in life, is we got on this topic of like really good desserts. And both of us were like, well, you know, she's in her 60s, 70s, right? She's like, well, I don't really do desserts like at night. I'm not a big dessert person. I'm like, fucking me neither. And then she's like, well, I'd rather have like something with a coffee in the morning. I'm like, okay, yeah, me too. You know, and then I was like, you know what I never have with coffee because we can't get good stuff up here. You got to go down to the Lower East Side. And then she and I go at the same time, baklava. Like like without even missing a beat. This is like, and we became friends. And she would come into the wine store with baklava. For me, when she went down to the city, she'd come back up with some from the Lower East, from her bakery, you know, because everybody's got their bakery in their neighborhood, right?
Oh, of course.
So she would come in, and if anybody was there and asked to receive it on my behalf and leave it in the back for me, she would say no and ask when I was working next so she could hand deliver baklava, which was like, that was the closest thing I ever had to like a city relationship in upstate New York, you know, because like a lot of people, they talk about their neighbors who will bring them things. Like that's how the city works. That's actually like the wholesome goodness of New York City that you rarely hear about.
Kevin,
but,
can I tell you something that will make you jealous?
Please.
I married into a half Jewish family.
Oh.
And whenever, I don't need to say anymore, do I?
Stop it.
Do I need to say anymore?
That means you got better
jealous?
baklava than I get.
Oh,
baby.
my God.
I'm very jealous.
Do
You know
I?
what? That's why we're starting the podcast, is I'm jealous of you.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, baby.
Wait. Yeah, hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, jealousy. Hell the fuck yeah.
I'm jealous you have baklava right now, though, if that makes you feel better.
It's simple. It's cyclical. It's no.
One of my D&D players made me cookies, though, so that's nice.
It's reciprocal. I love that you're not complaining about me eating on the podcast right now. Is that because baklava is
Kevin,
excused?
Listen, here's why.
Why?
It's the last episode of the year.
Yeah, it is.
It's your birthday.
I know.
You're turning 55 today.
Yes, I am.
You deserve your baklava.
I'm so old. All I ever want in life. I'm a simple man. Give me some good baklava. Give me a nice cup of coffee. I'm fucking set, man.
And let's talk about movies for 2 hours.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right. Hold on, I'm still chewing. Are you ready to clap?
I know. I forgot we do that.
Yep. 3, 2, 1. Bienvenido a un episodio especial del podcast UnPop. Me llamo Kevin Minor y yo soy el capitán y papi todo siempre. Conmigo, como siempre, es...
Hang on real quick, everybody. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
I just signed up for Babbel to learn Spanish.
I am your
don't know what
Babbel.
you said, but I'll figure it out. I am your co-host, Odie Matthews, the chef, cooking up what I wish was baklava in the kitchen of deliciousness as we finish out this year of so many movies, they, he. And let me just say this up front to all of our beautiful, lovely, wonderful listeners. You might have known that this year I set out on a journey to see as many movies in the theater as I could.
We know that.
And I just want to let you know that I succeeded. And the number that I'm going to end this year with after I go see one more tomorrow or today, depending, will be 76, which averages out to a movie every 4 days.
Fucking insane. That's insane.
Insane. And guess what?
Yeah.
Next year, We're going for 90.
That's dedication, baby.
It's dedication, baby.
You know what? Hold on.
Yeah, I get a clap too.
It's not just James Gunn. It's not just James Gunn anymore. Odie did it, everybody. Good job, Odie.
I did it. I used my AMC pass to sit in the theater every 4 days.
Look, man, that's dedication. Look, we are a podcast that covers pop culture via movies, TV, sometimes manga, anime, music. Like you and I, we are self-aware consumers, and you have consumed on behalf of other people. A lot of times, I think multiple times this year, I've said, Odie watched this so we didn't have to.
Yes.
Like.
And let me tell you, when we get to the dishonorable and bottom 5 mentions, there's quite a few you can definitely skip.
All right, well, let's get into the news, the last news segment of the year.
Yeah, some interesting news, too, this
Boom.
segment.
Hit it.
Yeah, baby. It's the UnPop news coming at you fresh and hot from the command deck of the SS Marlon Brando. Let's see what this week had in store.
All right, first up. I forget we put the music in, so I always want to pause because I'm like,
no, that's fine.
Do
You
I
can
talk now?
you can actually you can pause as long as you want. I'm literally waiting for you after I point to you because that's my cue, and then usually you do pause for a second, and then we jump right in. Don't even worry about it. You can pause for 30 seconds. I cut out all the dead air. I'm going to cut this out and no.
Oh, okay, good. I don't believe you. I think this is going to stay in.
All right, hit it.
We got a real trailer for Christopher Nolan's next epic, The Odyssey, which obviously StatCast. What did you think? Because you're gonna have stronger opinions about this than I am.
They didn't show a lot, and I'm happy with that. However, I told you
Agreed.
I will be very attentive to this now because I saw them entering the cave of Polyphemus, right? The fucking
You see a little bit of the ogre thing, the giant Cyclops.
Cyclops.
I was getting there. I was getting there.
This is
ogre,
okay.
giant, Cyclops.
This is one of those movies that culturally, as an American who loved Greek mythology, like not just loved Greek mythology in the way that like I'm out to dinner and I'm like, oh, I loved Greek mythology in high school. No, my teacher was like, hey, I want you to read a book. And I was like, well, we're reading Greek mythology. Why don't I just go through Oedipus Rex and fucking Antigone and like all the shit. And as I was going through it, I remember I was reading Oedipus Rex and I came up to my teacher. I'm like, is this appropriate to do a report on because he has sex with his mom and like that's
God.
well that's where the Oedipus complex comes from.
No,
but so
totally.
I was totally into Greek mythology and the Odyssey was like one of my favorite fucking things that we read. I loved it.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Greek mythology. One of my first thesis paper, like in theses in high school for my English class was you had to write a 5-page paper of why you would be like a son or daughter or kid of a Greek god or goddess.
Ah, yes.
And that made me fall in love. Can you guess which god I picked or goddess I picked? Whichever one.
Hold on. Apollo.
Close.
Ah! Who'd you pick?
Artemis.
Oh, okay. That's good. Yeah.
The sister.
Yep. Love that.
Yeah. A lot of guys in my class were like, Aries, because I'm tough and I'm going to go kill people. And I was like, shut up.
Aries, because I'm hyper masculine and want him to punish me my whole life. Got it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Aries,
Yeah.
because tell me more about your relationship with your real father. Trevor. Get over here. Tell me about your
Trevor and Luke.
Trevor and Luke. Okay.
But yeah, Odyssey trailer. Look, I'm not the biggest Matt Damon fan,
Yeah.
and I know you're not the biggest Matt Damon fan either. But we also have Anne Hathaway, Tom Holland, John Berthnell, Benny Safdie is playing an Iron Man.
Okay.
What is that guy? The guy with the big black helmet with the giant. Oh my
Spartan?
God! In the trailer. Yeah, the Spartan. What's that's like a famous. Doesn't matter. Anyways, look, I think this looks incredible. There's only one Christopher Nolan movie that I'm like meh on, and it's the most unpopular opinion out there.
Okay.
I think Interstellar is just fine.
Okay.
I like all of his other movies, so I'm excited for this.
Okay. I'm a big fan of Christopher Nolan. The thing that I'm probably the most skeptical about is whether or not I will be able to get through a movie with Matt Damon attempting to play a character different from what he normally plays. Maybe successfully, maybe not, and we'll know when we get there. I'm not a big, like, you know me, I've got hot takes on Tom Hanks apparently because he plays Tom Hanks as in any movie, but there's a lot of actors that do that, right? Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of actors that get typecast, and then they kind of lean into that, and that's not bad. but it does make it less of an experience for me. So like for me coming into this, I see Matt Damon and, you know, what do I think of? I think of The Martian. I think of you know, Bourne Identity. I think of Good Will Hunting. I think of and Good Will Hunting is probably the one time that I would say he really is the least Matt Damon, you know, of any of the movies that I've seen with him in it. So I'm interested to see how well he can play Odysseus in this movie and make it believable, because we also live in a time where you can point at this movie and go, why didn't you find like just a phenomenal Greek actor? And that's I'm tabling that question because we don't need to ask it, because obviously Christopher Nolan, you know, like when you're doing something this big, you're balancing out like delivering it for the people and then also doing it for you. And he obviously picked Matt Damon for a reason. In my mind, I'm like, Matt Damon doesn't look fucking Greek, bro. But
no, I think he picked him because of Oppenheimer.
Exactly. So interested to see how it goes. And Matt Damon was good in Oppenheimer. Like I actually would venture to say even the movies that I don't care for him in, he's not bad. You know, it's the same thing with Tom Hanks. Like, I'm not going around saying Tom Hanks is the worst actor. I'm just like, he's not for me. He's not my cup of tea.
And listen, I was actually talking to my partner Nate about this last night, that if you try to invalidate somebody's opinion on a movie because you don't like it, but somebody else does, and it's the same with actors, in my opinion, too. You can't. This is my hot take. I'm into this year with my hot take. I say I'm a lover of movies.
Yeah.
And if I truly love movies, I'm not going to invalidate somebody for liking a movie that I don't.
Yeah.
Like when we get to our bottom five,
except
and a great example of
for
this.
The
Well,
no, I'm kidding.
That means they're racist, but that's different. That's a different problem. But like, I think of the movie Tron Ares. I did a 5-minute review on my YouTube channel, and I said, hey, this movie's not good.
Yeah.
And I got people in the comments being like, I liked it. And you know what? I was like, hey, I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you shouldn't have, because you liked it and I didn't. And that's fine.
I didn't think it was
good. You
good.
can like what you like.
Yeah.
Don't invalidate people for liking something you don't.
And I'm going to tack onto that and say, like, for me, there is a level of esotericism that goes onto any of my viewing experiences, right? Like, I am committed to an intellectual lifestyle and I'm self-aware of that. Like, I read more than most people do. and I'm not saying that makes me smarter, but it changes the way that I watch things, and it changes my awareness of different elements within not just the films and TV shows that we consume, but in storytelling overall. So like, So I'm coming to this not necessarily as an expert, but as someone with a cultured viewpoint that's not like inherently cultured in the way that we think of like geocentric culture, but cultured in the way of like art is a culture within which I submerge myself on the regular, and it's a multifaceted culture, and that gives me a different viewpoint. And so I will never discredit someone for not having all of that prerequisite and preamble that I just spewed out in their viewing experience.
And I completely agree.
Yeah.
Like, just because I saw 76 movies in the theater doesn't mean that
insane.
my opinion... Like, that doesn't mean that my opinion somehow holds more weight than somebody who only saw 5.
Hey, Odie.
You know?
But it does. All right, moving on. Next news
No, it
segment.
doesn't. Come on, let's be honest. If you saw all the crap I saw this year, your brain would fry. And my brain has fried, honestly. Between the movies in the theater that were bad and watching bad movies from Magnum Opus, my brain is fried.
Yeah.
Okay,
What's next?
Odyssey, look, I'm excited. We'll leave it at that. We'll see what happens.
I'm excited too. I think it'll be good. I think it's gonna be good. I honestly think in the worst case scenario it'll be good.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly. Here's what I don't think. I'm not excited for this next one,
Hit
but
me.
Doomsday has released 2 trailers in front of Avatar Farts and Ass.
I've watched neither one of them.
And you don't need to.
Okay.
The first one, if you don't want to know anything about Avengers and you somehow have avoided these spoilers, skip ahead. But the first one is Steve Rogers. He's back. He has a kid. Steve Rogers will return in Avengers Endgame. That's it. It's just him holding a baby. And then the next one is, I haven't seen this one, but I saw the leak. I don't really give a shit. It's Thor walking through the woods. He's praying for help to get back to his daughter. And then it says Thor will return in Avengers Endgame. Or whatever.
Okay.
Tuesday. Look, Here's the thing about Doomsday that makes me very, very nervous, and why I think DC is about to skyrocket ahead of Marvel in every way.
Hit me.
Everything that ended in Endgame, and I haven't seen Thor: Love and Thunder, so I don't really know what goes on with Thor in that.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of arcs that came to an end in Endgame, almost like it was the end of a lot of characters. Yeah. And now they're just bringing everybody back for Doomsday, and it really, really feels like, to me, they're bringing back Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Hemsworth and all of these actors just to try to get people back into the theater, because
100%.
This year, Thunderbolts was one of the biggest box office bombs. It's in the top 5 of box office bombs this year because Marvel is struggling. And
yeah, but they also just
Disney
wrote a bad script. That's not a good story.
Disney had a $6 billion year, but they still struggled with Marvel.
Yeah.
So I am not excited for Doomsday because I don't need to see Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom, so characters like Spider-Man and Captain America go, oh my God, it's Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not Tony Stark. I just don't. I can't get excited about this because there was no build-up.
Yeah, I'll even go so far as to say, Daredevil Born Again didn't deliver as much as we thought it would, you know? And so, it
had, 2 good episodes, the first and the last.
Yeah, Marvel's having, this storytelling issue, but I think it all really comes down to they didn't take a break, which would have been the way to pass the torch.
They should have. They should have taken a break.
After Endgame, there should have been a break. And somebody somewhere is going to hear this, whether it's now or in the future, and be like, but that's not how business works. And it's like, well, fuck business when it comes to art, right? I just talked about this.
Yeah.
The actual best move would have been taking a break and figuring out how to pass the torch.
How to build back up to a big baddie.
Or even just getting a new team going, because now what we saw what happened over the course of 2019 through 2024, roughly this year as well. They've just been kind of fumbling things along with a couple hits. Loki was really great.
I liked Moon Knight.
Moon Knight was phenomenal, but
he's not coming back.
But what happens? Moon Knight gets fumbled. Loki ends. All of these things that were really good that the people who were dedicated fans of the franchise were into just kind of fell apart. And so in my opinion, they've done a bad job of passing the torch from one, I would even call it a generation of stories, to the next,
Exactly. And final little bit about Doomsday.
Yeah.
It releases the same day as Dune #3, so we're getting Doomsday instead of Barbenheimer. We're getting Doomsday.
I actually like that a lot.
I will see both of those
in
the same day. For fun.
Yeah, we should do that next
Why
year.
not?
Let's mark it on our calendars, and we'll go
December 18th.
Good. We'll call up friends and be like, hey, just so you know, I'm going to the movies all day. Do you want to come?
Dude, since I got a new job that actually pays me pretty well, I will fly out and we'll go together.
Way to passively throw shade on your previous employers.
Who don't listen to this and I didn't name. You're absolutely right. Moving on.
All right, moving on. Here we go.
I'm going to call this little bit 2 pieces of quick news.
Quick news.
The Assassin's Creed show.
It's like a ninja
on
karate chop. Quick news. Ha-cha!
Fruit Ninja. It's News Ninja.
News Ninja.
I like that.
Me too.
So the Assassin's Creed show over at Netflix has found its director in Johan Renck.
Thank God!
And he is most famous for the Chernobyl miniseries, which is phenomenal.
Thank God! Yes.
Great choice. That's all we know. We have no casting. We have no information. That's all I'm going to say. If you like Assassin's Creed, I will also give you a little bit of more good news. They are remaking, not remastering, Assassin's Creed Black Flag. And guess what they're doing, Kevin?
What?
They're getting rid of all the future stuff and replacing it with more pirate stuff.
Thank God!
I cannot wait for that game to come out because I will be playing it as a pirate.
Talk about you know what's a thing that we've kind of just started talking on, and a phrase just came into my head for it recently. I think what we're going to discover over the next couple of years, and what we've kind of been learning about, but there hasn't really been a term for it, is IP bloat. That's what it's just IP bloat. It becomes a bloated intellectual property that there's just too much, and then people stop even approaching it. They're like, there's too much. I don't know what to do with that, And it's because all of these big companies were like, we're gonna develop out all the IPs till you're fucking sick of them, and then turns out pretty quick that happened, actually, guys.
Yeah, you can literally buy. There's a package of 6 Assassin's Creed games on sale for like $40, which tells me they're not very good.
Turns out that collectively culture is relatively IP intolerant.
Yeah, I like Assassin's Creed a lot. I personally think I get it from a narrative storytelling point of view that you have like the future stuff, but I think that's the weakest part of all of those games. It's kept me from replaying a lot of them.
Yeah.
So, and Black Flag is easily the best because I mean, who doesn't want to be a fucking pirate?
Right.
So, yeah.
Anyway.
Next bit of quick news.
Next bit.
If you're a fan of Avatar: The Last Airbender and you're like, man, I really would like to know what happened to Aang and Korra. Not Korra. Korra is the sequel series. If you want to know what happened to Aang and Katara and Sokka and Zuko and Toph after he defeated Fire Lord Ozai, but you're like, The Legend of Korra didn't answer enough questions, and I really don't like the live action because it's not very good. I got good/bad news for you.
Hit me.
There is a sequel movie coming.
Okay.
Called The Legend of Aang. They have replaced some of the voice actors, which is a little upsetting because you could bring some of them back. But instead of going to theaters like it was originally supposed to, it is unfortunately going straight to Paramount Plus, which could be good news for those that just want to watch it and not go to the theater. I would have loved to have seen that on the big screen. But either way, we're getting it, and that's good enough for me.
I can't wait for David Ellison to make Aang say that he endorses Donald Trump in the new Avatar series.
The Fire Lord was actually good, guys.
The Fire Lord
he was actually
actually
a good guy.
good the entire time, guys. It turns out
the show is just them on
turns out
trial.
that dominating the world with militaristic force and a Department of War was the right choice in Avatar.
Yeah, guys.
You've been getting the wrong message the whole time. Here's what I know about Avatar. I played Avatar. I've watched one season of it and a little bit more, and it was good. But it was I'm much like I don't want to say too old. Like I'm enjoying it, but I'm like crawling through it. You know, like here and there I go back to it.
Yeah,
it's the same thing as One Piece for me. I'm just like, oh yeah, I'll watch a couple episodes. I love
Getting
Iroh and Azula. Just from my experiences with the show and then playing it in Magic the Gathering, I love Iroh and Azula. Those are my characters. They're cool as shit. I don't know shit about anything else really. Like,
I think The Last Airbender is one of those shows. Like I watched it when I was roughly the right age for it. I might have been like a tad too old for it, but now I can rewatch it with that lens of nostalgia. So it's got rewatchability for me.
Around the time people were into Avatar: The Last Airbender, I was already like deep into Cowboy Bebop, Space Dandy, like fucking, Shinichiro Watanabe, who's like my favorite anime director. And so people were like, this is anime too on Nickelodeon. And I was like when that's what I'm consuming regularly is like, like once again, the esoterica of space nihilism. And then you're like, but watch this kid learn how to bend the elements. I'm like, I'll pass for now. Thanks, guys.
It's so much deeper than that.
I
but
know.
Like, no, I know you know that, but like, it's so funny because I've heard people be like, "It's just a kids show," and I'm
It's
like,
not.
"It's a kids show with one incredible message."
It's not. I
Like,
cried the first time I saw Iroh talk when
at the tree.
when they're in the prison cells and they're talking to each other in the Earth Kingdom. I was like, oh, I was like, oh no,
it's sad.
This show is actually touching on a lot of things I identify with as an adult.
Yep. I'm excited for.
I'm old
the
enough
movie
to be
because
Uncle Iroh now. So I might be in it.
Almost.
I might get cast in this.
I think it's already done.
Shut up, Odie.
So
Don't
maybe
crush my
not.
dreams.
Okay.
It's my birthday.
Hey, speaking of casting,
All right, hit me.
maybe you could be this person if this person drops out. But we got Brainiac casting for Superman 2.
Yes.
Superman.
Yes.
And
they confirmed
Man of
that
Tomorrow.
they're going with the gross Brainiac that we asked
Yes.
for. Thank you. Hold on.
James Gunn.
You did it, James.
Bravo.
James, you're
You did
doing
it.
man.
You did
I'm
it.
going to keep clapping until you fuck up.
Okay. Well, you're gonna be clapping for a while.
I know.
It's Lars Ettinger.
I know. And he just looks
barely
the part.
He looks it, but I've barely seen him in anything, so I'm super, super stoked.
I'm pumped because I feel like I'm like, cool. I'd rather have like there's an alternate universe where like they're already fucking up with DC and they're like it's gonna be Travis Flamel and you're like, why? Like why? But
it's Matt
not
Damon.
that he's it's Matt Damon in Superman where he's Brainiac now and then also he's Odysseus and then also he's going to come back and play the dad from Little House on the Prairie. Look what?
And he's Dr. Doom.
What range? Anyway.
Yeah. Look, I don't have much about the Man of Tomorrow sequel. We do know it's going to be a Superman teaming up with Lex Luthor because obviously a bigger threat. So they're going to. And Lex Luthor isn't always, for those that don't know in the comics, he's not always a straight up villain. And sometimes he's like when there's an apocalypse storyline where he ends up gathering a bunch of villains that kind of turn as good as they can be to save the world because they want the world to be saved so they can take it over. So, like, intentions are good, but not the best of people kind of thing.
Lex Luthor wants to own planet Earth. And he can't own planet Earth if something more existential is threatening it. And so, yes, every once in a while, we get anti-hero Lex Luthor, which is probably what I'm most excited about because we got motherfucking Nicholas Hoult in that position. And I want to see him playing a snotty, little, billionaire control freak good guy.
And I want to see him in that power armor where he's got a little tiny head and his big body.
Oh, shit. I forgot about that.
Right?
Yeah. Wow. Damn, dude.
I think we are building, and I'm hoping we get it in the next 5 years. I think we're building to one hell of a Justice League movie because they're working on Wonder Woman. We got Lanterns, which, by the way, I'm just going to say this now. Next week, we're going to do all the big movies and TV shows debuting next year. Yeah. I'm letting you know right now, Lanterns is definitely one of my most anticipated things in general next year. I love Green Lantern. I love the casting. I can't wait. But we're getting Wonder Woman. We got Green Lantern on the way. They're working on Batman. It's going to be great. I can't wait. I'm sure The Flash is going to debut in something.
Yep.
I'm very excited.
Here's something I just remembered that I want to share. I read an old Doomsday comic way back in the day, and you talking about all this just brought this up. There is a Doomsday comic where he literally is like going through and killing every superhero in DC. He's just fucking everything up, right? Yeah. And Lex Luthor has his power armor and is fighting him, and Lex Luthor, I think, is an anti-hero in that, and they end up, how they solve things is they're like, well, if we can't kill him because of everything, blah, 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 the present day, let's just send him back to the past. And they do, and the last frame of the comic is that he got eaten by a dinosaur, presumably. Like, it's wild. It's really, really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But
one of my favorite things about DC is Apocalypse. Darkseid. Sorry. Darkseid has these things called the Omega Beams, which are kind of like Superman's laser beams, but they never miss. They follow you.
Oh, whoa!
And, I mean, do you know about that?
No. I don't know shit about Darkseid.
I've watched every animated Justice League movie, and there's a whole one about Darkseid. And what's funny is, for a long time, canonically, the only person to ever avoid Darkseid's Omega Beams was Batman.
Whoa!
And I was explaining that to my partner, Nate, who thinks Batman is stupid. They're like, Batman's an idiot. Like, I don't like Batman. And I'm like, fair.
I mean, not wrong.
Like, I like Batman, but, like, you're right. And I was telling them about that, and they were like, why is Batman? That's so stupid. Why is Batman? I was like, no, you don't get it, because Batman's so smart. He was able to outsmart the Omega Beams, and nobody else is that smart. And they're like, that's dumb. And I was like, yeah, probably, but I like it.
I think I don't think it's that Batman's dumb. I think it's that there's enough dumb billionaires now that all of us are collectively like, oh, we don't like Batman as much anymore. Like, you know, like billionaires in the real world are ruining his fictional persona, not vice versa.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right.
Kevin?
Yes.
Something big debuted. We both love it.
Yep.
It's coming to an end.
Okay.
We're here to talk about Stranger Things, right? We're talking about that?
Fuck no. I didn't watch the new episodes yet.
I haven't seen anything.
I haven't even seen spoilers from it. I'm so far displaced from being engaged in Stranger Things, my algorithm isn't even giving me spoilers.
No, but it's funny because, and this isn't a spoiler, but it could be. I saw this article, and it was from The Wrap, and the headline was, "Who dies in the season 5 part 2 premiere of Stranger Things?" And I was like, well, I don't care about spoilers. Let me click on it. I scroll down, and it says, no one dies. And I was like, this article is bullshit.
Fucking
Fuck you,
clickbait.
The Wrap. Right? We are here to talk about Anaconda?
Yeah, we're going to talk about it. Odie Matthews at the movies.
Yeah.
Odie Matthews at the movies.
Odie Matthews at the movies.
Yep. Yeah, we went and saw Anaconda this week, and this is the new segment of the podcast that we call Should Have Seen a Better Movie. Marty Supreme came out, and we both fucked up.
That's my last movie of the year.
I know, but we both fucked
Ending
up.
on a high note.
We should have seen that instead of Anaconda. And here's the thing. I liked Anaconda, but seeing that Marty Supreme came out, I was like, oh, no.
And it looks so good.
Yeah, I messed up.
Other Safdie brother, opposite of the wrecking or the smashing machine.
Yeah. Marty Supreme looks phenomenal, but Anaconda is what we saw, and it has Jack Black and Paul Rudd and who the fuck else?
Steve Zahn.
And Steve Zahn and
I don't know
other
the other
people.
Other people. It's not important.
It's fine. The movie was fun. Garbage bad, fun, good or great? What do you think?
It's fun.
It's fun.
If you saw the trailer and you were like, this looks like what you think it's gonna be, the trailer gives away way too much.
It's everything you think it's gonna be.
The trailer is the movie. It's very meta.
Yep.
I think a lot of the jokes land. There was a couple scenes where I was like, these jokes do not land for a modern audience.
100%.
There's some cameos that are one cameo I fucking loved, one cameo that I rolled my eyes at.
Yeah.
It's a snake movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I mean,
I don't really know what to say about it because it's like it's fine.
Ultimately, plot without the spoilers. Paul Rudd and Jack Black play two guys who have grown up. One goes to L.A. and doesn't really become as famous as he wanted to be. The other one's back in Buffalo, New York. Haha. And he is also not as famous as he wanted to be because he's fucking in Buffalo, New York, dude. Why didn't you leave? But like
directing movies for weddings.
Yeah, he's films for weddings and
films.
and they. Paul Rudd comes back and says, hey, I have the rights to Anaconda. We should go fucking film it in the Amazon. And and like through a series of, flukes and happenstance and events, they end up in the Amazon. They end up filming Anaconda. And big surprise, there actually is a giant snake guarding gold and oil maybe or something.
Just being a menace?
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
Whatever. But like I would say in the trailer, there's actually more snake to comedy ratio than there is in the movie. You know what I mean? Like the trailer had more snake ratio than the movie did. And not only that, like a couple big things that I'll say about the movie before we get into spoilers is like there are characters that got introduced way too early in this film. Like you know what I mean? So that's the whole plot. They get to the Amazon. There is a snake, and then hilarity / thrilling adventures ensue. Period.
Yeah. Here's my biggest complaint with this movie.
Yeah.
There wasn't a single point where I was like, one of the main four casts is not going to make it out of this. I was like, they're not going to kill any of the main cast. I knew it. Because they do the fake out, and it's in the trailer with Jack Black, which I was like, you shouldn't have put that in the trailer.
No, they shouldn't have.
Then I might have actually believed they were in danger. Like, I would have actually believed Jack Black was dead if it hadn't been in the trailer that he had a pig strap to
they
him.
also, they put the pig strap to him in the trailer, but that comes so much later in the movie.
It's like,
that
third
when
act.
he gets grabbed by the snake, I'm not even freaked out because I'm like, he still hasn't had the pig
that's what I'm saying.
strap
I was
to his
like,
back
well,
yet. Yeah.
I know he hasn't had that scene yet. So
And that's a
I'm
big
not-
scene. Like, they didn't cut that.
But there was never a point when one character was standing away from the others and like doing a speech where I was like, well, you're going to die. Like, I never felt like anybody was really in danger.
No. Yeah. The things that I liked about this movie, because we'll cover what we liked first. Things that I liked, I like...
Full spoilers.
I like that they had... Yeah, full spoilers. I like that they had just like some badass femme fatale in it. I really enjoyed her, Anna, right? They call her Anna.
Yeah, let me get her name because she's actually...
She was
really
great.
like her as
Not
an
only
actress.
was she a great actress,
She's been in some stuff.
she was intense. Every time she was like properly in a scene, she added to it. I really love Steve Zahn in this movie. He's probably the funniest part of the whole movie.
Daniela Melchior.
Yep.
I think that's how you say her name. Melchior.
Melchior.
She was Ratcatcher 2 in
Oh,
the Suicide Squad.
Yes.
She's also
She's so
in
good.
Roadhouse.
She's so,
Ellie in Roadhouse.
Yes, she's so good.
And she's in your favorite movie, Fast X.
Yeah, we love that.
Yeah.
Steve Zahn was the funniest part of the movie. Not Jack Black, not Paul Rudd. It's Steve Zahn.
She's in Guardians 3 too.
Oh yeah. But yeah, so she was probably the most action-packed part of this movie. Steve is the funniest. Everything else, like I actually really loved the snake guy that they get with them. Like, he's funny.
Oh,
he was good.
Sultan Mello, who plays Santiago.
Santiago was fucking hilarious. Like, I loved.
Yeah.
So there were some characters that I really loved. Everything else just kind of felt like, okay, this is an adventure comedy. But it also, like, I put the lens on. I'm like, this is meant for like me in my teens. And in my teens,
there was a
would've
kid
loved it.
next to me,
Yeah.
like down the row.
Yeah.
And I was like, "You're bringing your kid to this?" And then the movie starts, and I was like, "Oh,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
you could bring a kid
Yeah,
to this."
the comedy's not that
not-
adult.
It's not bloody.
Yeah.
There's really no adult comedy.
No
There's a
nudity.
pee joke, which I think is stupid, but kids like pee jokes, I guess.
There's a little substance
So-
abuse in it, but nothing crazy. You know, like
nothing
it's like
that-
a PG-13.
Yeah.
Um.
Should have been R.
No. No.
I want bloody snake gruesome death.
I would say if this was R and they had included more comedy for adults, like if this was more of like a self-aware snakes on a plane type movie, I probably would have liked it more. But yeah, like so the things that I liked were Anna.
Yep.
I liked Snake Wrangler guy. I liked Steve
Santiago.
Zahn. I actually thought the pee joke was funny because it was going one way and I thought it was going to go one way, and then it ended up like layering itself and like escalating and getting funnier. So that was good. Because like at first I was like, oh, it's the fucking pee joke, and then the way that they did the punchline I thought was really good. And at the end of the day, I think the movie all in all has like it has a good arc. Like if you're just looking for like sit down, like let's say. Because, you know, I'm fucking 39, 55 today. If you've got a couple
39,
teenagers
55.
at home and you want to sit down and watch a funny movie that's, like, not too risque, this is a great one. Throw it on. Like,
yeah. My favorite parts of this movie were Paul Rudd and Jack Black together. I think that's a phenomenal duo.
they were good.
I really like the way they bounce off each other. I like Jack Black personally. I think
Same.
he's really funny. He's the only thing that made the Minecraft movie like even remotely bearable was him and Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
I think my favorite part of this movie and why I think if this scene hadn't been in it, my view of it might be different.
Yeah.
But when Ice Cube shows up in an action-packed moment to like some like 80s rock and he's shooting flare guns at the snake and he's like, I gotta go save J-Lo and who is it? Emilio Estevez, I think?
no, not
or
Emilio
who's-
Estevez. I forget the other guy's name.
It's the other guy, and he's
Yeah.
like, and they're like, are they okay? And he's like, well, Jenny's from the block. She's going to be all right.
But that other guy, he's not
guy,
from the block.
he's not from the block. He's not
Yeah.
going to be all right. And I was like, that is, because look, we saw War of the Worlds for Magnum Opus this year, and it was obviously terrible, but it does not change my view on how much I love Ice Cube. He is a fucking delight in everything I see him in, because he's so fucking funny.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought the J-Lo cameo at the end. My biggest complaint is that how the end wraps up with like, where are they now? And I'm like, you didn't earn that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care where they ended up. Like, you could just ended the movie after the snake blew up, and I would have been fine with
You
that.
finished the movie and they showed it at the Buffalo Film Festival. Like, that's the end of the story. I don't need a where are they now. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I don't need to know that Jack Black got asked to direct the real Anaconda movie. Like, it doesn't. None of that mattered.
Yeah, it's
like
dumb.
we're not getting a sequel. And although
I mean, we might like this might.
I
be,
wouldn't be down to
this
see
might,
a sequel.
This might be a vanity project where all of a sudden you've got Ice Cube and J-Lo back, and they're like, not only are we going back, we're going to use the snake as a prop, and then everything's going to go wrong. But like,
an even
at that
bigger
point,
snake.
how do you even write a new plot? Like, you know, like it's going to be the
it's not
same
worth
thing.
it.
It's going to be like 22 Jump Street, but less self-aware.
Yeah.
No, the movie was fine.
It's fun.
It's fine. It's
it's
fun.
fun.
It's fine. I'm with you. Ice Cube was probably the best cameo. One of the better parts of the movie. The part that I laughed the most, though, was the pee joke because, like, so Jack Black gets bit by a spider, has nothing to do with anything else going on. It happens really randomly, and then, you know, like, it turns out Steve Zahn's the only one who can pee on him. Like, and then Steve's like, I get pee shy. And then you're like, oh, okay, so then we're going to overcome this. We're going to fight through this, right? But then he goes, I can only do
pee
it sitting down. And so they have to, like, construct this human lavatory for him to then pee on laying down Jack Black. Here's the funny thing about that. I don't think that's how that works with spider bites anyway. So I'm like already just laughing, right?
Yeah.
And then it just
doesn't
never
work that
comes
way.
back anyway. Like, so
It also doesn't work that way with jellyfish either.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to pee on
It
any
just
bite or any sting.
it just shows that like there's stupid people in the jungle, right? I mean, and that's really that's the majority of the punchlines is like, hey, look at these dumb people from Buffalo in the jungle. The thing that made me laugh the most was when Steve Zahn goes, "I'm Buffalo sober," and
that
go,
was my favorite.
yeah, and you go,
bit.
"What is that?" And then he goes, just beer and wine. And I was like, fucking, that is the most upstate/Western New York thing I've
But then
ever
he's like
heard
the
of.
lighter the lighter liquors.
And-
It's like, so you're just not sober.
And being from up here, I can say not only is that, one, not sober, two, that's a real thing. Like, people do think that that's a form of sobriety in the greater Northeast. So, yeah, that was funny. I mean, but
the other thing, the last thing about this movie that I will say that I really appreciated is there is kind of a nice heartfelt message about like chasing your dreams in some way. And as somebody who loves movies and, you know, sometimes thinks about what it'd be like to make a movie, I did kind of appreciate the message of these people being like, hey, it's never too late to chase this and we're going to do it.
Yeah.
And then that message kind of just dissolves away into being chased by a giant snake.
Yeah.
But hey, it's there in the beginning.
once again, if you got a teenager at home, couple teenagers at home, throw it on. It's not that risque.
Yeah.
It's fun. You'll have some laughs. You'll go through it. And, you know, if you're old enough, you'll be like, well, you know, I saw Anaconda, blah, 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 blah. You know, like, yeah,
Blah, 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 blah,
it's one of those movies. This is for the old hats, not for the young hats. Let's fuck it. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Cool. That's it. I don't want to say anything else about it. There's
I have
nothing else
nothing
to
else to
say.
say.
Yeah.
Eric Stoltz was the other guy.
All right, cool. Let's wrap up 2025. Let's get it done with, baby. We got a list for our year in review.
We got lots of
top
lists.
5, bottom 5. Here we fucking go. All right, Odie, let's get into it.
What? Okay.
One last eagle screech for the one last eagle call for the year. Maybe a couple more. Who knows? Stay tuned.
What do we want to start with? Because I would like to start with music because I think
Okay.
movies are the big punch
All right,
for me.
cool. Let's get music out of the way. Let's go top 5 music. Since we're not primarily a music podcast, Odie, why don't you just give me your top 5 from 5 to 1, and then I'll go through my
Yeah.
top 5 from 5 to 1, and then I'll give some honorary mentions for the year. And if I don't cover any that are on your honorary mentions, just tack them on.
Okay. I have only one honorary mention.
What is it?
Because music is not my forte. I don't like pay attention to new music that much. I am the I'm the movie person.
Yeah.
If you can't tell. My one honorable mention is the Tron Ares soundtrack. The only good thing to come from that movie.
The soundtrack.
I like it. It's the soundtrack.
It's
the
9
album
Inch
from 9
Nails,
Inch
baby.
Nails. Yeah, it's good. Number 5 for me is the F1 soundtrack.
Oh,
just
yeah.
full of great artists. Got some Hans Zimmer in there.
Yep.
It's just it's a good fucking
That was a
album.
good soundtrack.
I really liked
Yeah.
it. Love the soundtrack to that whole movie.
Yep.
Number 4, Short and Sweet, Sabrina Carpenter's album that came out earlier this year. Big fan of that. I like
The girl's
Sabrina
been
Carpenter.
on
I like
tour
her
for
music.
2 years.
Yeah, she's crushing
Yeah.
it. And she's gonna be in Alice in Wonderland, like we talked about,
Good for
which is
her.
awesome. Number 3 is Ghost's album Skeletor, just because.
Oh, brand new, yeah.
It was on my radar.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, that's
Yeah,
a good
they went
album.
all Spanish Pope themed.
Yeah, Guiding Lights is honestly like probably if I was doing like just songs, it would definitely make my top 10 somewhere. It's just a really, really good song.
Yep.
Number 2, no surprise, Sleep Token, even in Acadia, just fucking
Phenomenal.
oh my god. And the only reason that is not number 1 is because, of course, if the one and only Bad Omens comes out with anything, that's gonna be number 1.
For
and
you.
they had their
And they
EP
did.
Left for Good, which is their 4 songs that are gonna be on their new album coming out next year. Look, I mean, I like what I like, and Bad Omens
Yeah.
is my favorite band of all time. It's only 4 songs, but god damn, they are good.
Here's my good friend moment for you. I actually know the lead singer's name now. Ready? I know I'm risking this.
Oh my god,
It's
do you?
Noah Sebastian.
You're correct.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know
go
enough now.
Kevin.
I still don't know any other songs, but I'm getting there.
That's okay.
I'm
This new album is going to be darker than their others,
Cool.
which is why I'm really excited. It's all about like losing love, and it's just
Uh-huh.
that EP is so good. I was literally listening to it this morning.
Cool.
I got their new merch. My partner got me some for our anniversary, so
Hell
I've got
yeah.
this is for you, Kevin. I haven't shown you yet. I'm gonna stand up so you can see this.
Ooh.
This is
Oh yeah, no, because they do the Demon Slayer merch.
yeah.
Which is great.
So
We love
this
that.
is their new one. Yeah, that's my music.
Cool.
I did not pay attention to new music, but I'm gonna try to be better next year. I promise.
Here is my shit for everybody because I
Give me
I
your
am
shit.
on my shit. So my music, being the music person of the podcast, being someone who plays music, is
That is your
constantly
title.
listening to new music. I'm always downloading new albums. Top 5, and I'll run through that, and then I got a big list of honorary mentions. I highly recommend checking everything out. If somebody emails and wants like a compiled playlist, I'm sure I could put something together for people, but if you do want that, it's mysecretpower@gmail.com. If you don't email us, I'm not fucking doing it, because I already do all this shit for myself anyway. Number 5, Casriel.
Oh, wait, real quick. On your note of giving out the email, please send us your top 5 bottom 5 movies and music. We would love to know what other people saw, watched. Just a little like sizzle. I didn't include anything really streaming wise on my list. I did see a lot of streaming movies, but I didn't really want to count them. So like we would love to see your list.
Absolutely.
We would absolutely love to know favorite movies, favorite music, favorite TV shows.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Favorite episode of the podcast. What was your favorite episode of us this year? Like I would love to know that. Sorry.
No,
didn't
you're
mean
good.
to interrupt you, but I was just thinking of that.
Okay, so number 5, Casriel and Paco Amoroso released an album called Papota. It had the majority of their Tiny Desk performance on it, which was fucking phenomenal. I highly recommend people check them out. If you don't know Spanish, it's totally fine. The music still sounds phenomenal, and like they're just fucking, they're unique. They look unique. They sound unique. They're having fun with their genre, which I think to me, as I get older, the new music that I'm finding where people are clearly like not taking themselves too seriously is more fun for me. And I say that as a big Sleep Token fan, where like maybe you point at them and you go, they're taking it way too seriously, man. But I loved it. I thought it was so much fun. I jammed it so much it made its way into my Spotify Wrapped, which is great.
Yep.
Number 4, a late arrival. This seems to happen every year. Greyhaven released the album Keep It Quiet. Now, I have not listened to Greyhaven before 2025. However, the album Keep It Quiet is enough grunge, metalcore, post-hardcore, emo-core, like just good, all-around good stuff that I love. Heavy elements, softer elements. I highly recommend checking it out. A Night in October is a really great song if you like a slower song. It's called Night in October, and then I really recommend checking out the song Cemetery Sun. That's the final song of the album. It's absolutely phenomenal. If you're a hardcore guy, check it out. Sleep Token, Even in Arcadia, actually only made number 3 on my list. And I say this as someone who's been listening to Sleep Token since motherfucking 2017, 2018, right? I've seen them every time they've been to the States. I do love them. I think they're a great band. This album just didn't beat out my top 2. Even though according to Spotify Wrapped, they were all of my top 5 most listened to songs. This album didn't beat out my top 2. Top 2, Idola released their album Mend this year. Mend is phenomenal. It finishes out the Alchemist and the Architect storyline. So concept album. I'm a sucker for a concept album. However, on top of that, Michael Wells, good friend of mine, and this was a huge culminative thing. I'll share this on the podcast because I don't share anything extra on the podcast. I am lucky enough that when Andrew is recording something cool and new that he really likes, he actually sends it to me. So I got to hear a lot of stuff off of Mend before it was even in the studio, which is a wild experience as a person, but like just really cool. And like a lot of the songs that ended up on that album, what's really cool about it, he had already been writing for a couple years. So like Mend to me has an extra personal portion attached to it because like I love the songs, I know what they mean, I know how much they mean to the guy who wrote them, but it's also just a really good fucking album. I highly recommend, like, if you're a post-hardcore fan, if you're a math metal fan, if you're like a math rock fan, or if you're even just like Dance Gavin Dance or other bands in that genre, highly recommend. And then number 1 for me, a band out of Germany. They are coming to the United States. I'm going to fucking see them. This really hit me out of nowhere, and it started at the end of 2024 when they released their single Mas Rapido, and then continued on through 2025, all the way up to the point that they released the album Hit It. The band Via Nova is completely the most unique band I've listened to this year. I cannot emphasize enough, they are the most unique band to release an album this motherfucking year. Song titles like Oh No, Believer, Obsolete, Mas Rapido, fucking Marimba, like every single song on this album is a banger, in my opinion. So much so that even though it wasn't my most listened to album, it was my favorite album this year. I cannot recommend them enough. If you like weird music, please do yourself a fucking favor. They have breakdowns that all of a sudden release the tension of the breakdown with like multiple plucks on a harp and then go back into the breakdown. It's fucking insane. Also, I feel like Villanova is what my personality would look like if it became a band. So like I really like when I look at them, it just makes me smile.
Love that.
Honorable mentions for the UnPop podcast. I'm going to run through this real quick. I'm going to do the same thing when we do movies and TV. Honorable mentions: The Sinners soundtrack by Ludwig Göransson. Ludwig Göransson is amazing. Listen to any Childish Gambino. Listen to anything he's done. Black Panther. All of the soundtracks that he works on. He's a musical genius. I cannot say enough.
Works with Ryan Coogler a lot.
Yeah. Aesop Rock, 2 fucking albums this year. Aesop Rock crushed it. Black Hole Superette, highly recommend. Almost made my top 5. Almost made my top 5. Casriel and Paco Amoroso just pushed him out. Jesse Wells, absolutely phenomenal. Listen to every album. He
talked about him last week. Incredible.
He released 6 albums this year. Absolutely crushed
insane.
it.
Yeah.
He's great. If you like Donald Trump, maybe don't listen to him. But he's great.
If you like Donald Trump, I doubt you're here.
Thornhill. Bodies Thornhill went on tour with Sleep Token this year. They absolutely crushed it. It was great to see a metalcore band in like baggy jeans and Jankos on stage, just like repping out Deftones sounding songs. That's not to say that they're ripping off the Deftones. That's to say that they've found a niche within that same realm of like metalcore, post-metal. LS Dunes, brand new band fronted by Anthony Green. Anthony Green's one of my favorite singers of all time. Absolutely phenomenal. He changed the way that I looked at music when he released the album Juturna with Circa Survive. LS Dunes is a continuation of that. I've loved that album all year, even though like I don't rant and rave about it every week. Spirit Box, Tsunami Sea, phenomenal. Jessie Reyes, Paid in Memories. Bitch went on tour this year, absolutely knocked it out of the park. She's probably my favorite like living singer-songwriter diva. Kalani released the single Folded. Anytime Kalani releases a new single or a new album, I fall in love with it. Black Foxes came out of nowhere with The Har this year. The Har is phenomenal. They're very jazzy, very indie. Born of Osiris, Through Shadows. They released Love Jones. Theodore released Calvera, works alongside a lot of other producers. It's like deep French house music. Samara Sin, brand new R&B hip-hop star, absolutely phenomenal. Vitamins and Minerals, can't recommend it enough. Natalie Carr released her single Hot Photos. I can't wait for her to release more shit. Coheed and Cambria, the father of Make Believe. I saw them in concert. The album was phenomenal. He's got songs dedicated to his family. Claudio Sanchez is really matured as a songwriter. I highly recommend it. Ando-san released his EP OK, absolutely changing the math metal game. He is like phenomenal. Ando-san's killer. Izanagi, my boy, the Star Stellium 2, Apocrypha 3, Divine Union. Can't recommend it enough. Emma Reyna released If You Get This Message. She's putting out a bunch of singles, hopefully releasing an album in 2026.
Kevin, you're just naming everything that came out this year
no,
at this point.
A Marionette, Trap Summers are always the best summers, and then Dance Gavin Dance Pantheon. Okay, I'm done.
You said these are UnPop honorable mentions.
Yes.
I haven't listened to like any of that.
Well,
these
I'm
are
the
Kevin
music guy.
honorable mentions.
I'm the music guy.
Send me the list of honorable mentions for the movies and TV shows. I'm doing that list because send me that.
I will.
Because I'm doing that
I
list.
will. I got you.
Those are all, I'm sure, great. I just think it's really funny that you call them UnPop, and I'm like, these are all Kevin's.
Well,
these are all Kevin's.
this is the UnPop podcast, so the fucking, yeah. All right, I'm sending.
No, I love that.
Okay, so anyway.
But, hey, you know what I love about these long lists?
What?
And, like, yes, they are long, but that just shows how much good stuff came out this year.
Yeah.
Because the one thing that I've hated to hear from anybody this year is, there's no good movies anymore.
Yeah.
There's no good music anymore. Shut up. There's good stuff everywhere. You just gotta know where to look. And also, just like, not even that, just like just step outside every once in a while, get off the Daily Wire. You know,
okay,
and you'll find it.
It's in our shared doc. I put the movies and TV honorable mentions in there.
Thank you.
There's stuff in there that
you.
is mine that's not yours because you didn't commit yourself to watching everything that was good. That
you just
came
did
out
a whole
this year.
list of stuff that wasn't mine. So.
I know. All right. Well, it's there. All right. Let's move on to
cool.
movies and TV. The thing that we talk about literally every week.
My jams.
Thank you, everybody, for weathering through my list of music. But it's really good. There's a lot of good shit.
Absolutely.
Fucking
let's
unprocessed Angel too. That okay. Moving on.
No,
Unprocessed is so good. All right.
I love that you're the music guy because it definitely balances out my movies.
All right.
So let's start with. I want to start with dishonorable and like bottom because I would rather end on a high note. So dishonorable honor. What? How did you call it?
It's honorable mentions for worst movie of the year.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. What do you have any? You didn't really
I
see any
changed
bad
my
stuff.
list as we were talking about watching a movie, and so my only honorable mention for worst movie of the year is Havoc with Tom Hardy. I fucking love Tom Hardy. However, that is a bad movie. And even the beginning with the CGI cop chase is just
It looks like a cutscene.
bad. Yeah, it looks like a video game
it's bad.
cutscene. It's bad.
It looks like Need for Speed.
Yeah.
It's
So yeah, honorable mention, bad. And then after that, I only have a bottom 5. And here's the thing, I don't do quantity the way that you do, right? Like
What do you mean?
I don't. Like I just don't consume that way.
You're not in the movie every 3 days.
I'm more picky. And not in a bad way. Like you're committed to seeing it all. I'm committed to seeing what I think looks good. For the most part, every once in a while, you
honestly,
tell me you
that's
have to
most-
see this, and then I see it.
That's normal people,
Yeah.
Kevin. Most people don't get an AMC pass and then go to them like sometimes 3 movies a weekend.
Okay, I'm gonna plug this before we get into the bottom. Go get if you go to the movies even twice a month, just get the pass. Like cinemas are in danger, and you hear Odie and I talk about it. Like there are less and less people there, but getting the pass not only gets you into every movie that you want that month, but like even if you just use it twice, you're already getting the value out of it. Yeah, it's fucking insane because ticket prices are crazy and people whine about that all the time. But like instead of doing that, just get the pass, go to the theaters whenever you want to go. I've had a better time doing that. I canceled multiple subscriptions this year to buy the pass, and I've had a better time going to the movies once a week than I have doing anything than I would have ever had binge watching. I don't like binge watching anyway, but like if you like movies, please do yourself a favor. Get an AMC pass, get a Regal pass, go see movies. They're good, and it's even better on the big screen.
Yeah, we went to go see Avatar 3 on Christmas.
Yes, we did.
And we had to go see it in the Dolby Cinema, and the ticket price for Nate's ticket, I'm not joking, was more expensive than my monthly pass that allows me to go to Dolby Cinema theaters.
And it's not the cinemas that are explicitly doing that. It's very specifically it's the economic measures that are taking place. Like what's happening is supply and demand. There's less demand, so now all of a sudden there's going to start being less supply, and it's going to cost more. So like just get the fucking pass. Anyway,
it's worth
bottom
it.
5.
Now
that we've talked about why you should go to theaters, here's all the movies you shouldn't have seen this year.
Yeah, here's all the ones you definitely could have avoided. For context,
yep.
My actual bottom 5
Hit me.
Are movies that had big budgets, big stars, and should have realistically been better than they were, and they were terrible.
Mine are too.
My honorable bottom 5 mentions are movies that I went into being like, yeah, this isn't going to be very good.
Yep.
So I have Flight Risk, which was the Mark Wahlberg, Topher Grace, what if you're on a plane and the pilot was actually evil and it's really boring and dumb, and Mel Gibson directed it.
Yep.
Wolfman should have been better than what it was, but it was bad. I didn't enjoy it at all. Did you end up seeing that?
No.
Okay. Until Dawn, based off the video game. That movie is bad for the reason that it starts with everybody like going through the first 2 nights and dying, and then they just like jump to the last night, and then you watch what happened on somebody's phone in like small clips. They like all gather around the phone. They're like, oh, this happened. Did this happen? And I'm like, cool. Well, I didn't want to see that anyways. Then Hurry Up Tomorrow, The Weeknd's Vanity Project, which was just absolutely abysmal.
I need to watch that because I feel like I will watch it and probably go, no, actually, it's good.
I don't know a single person that's seen it that has said it's good. So it's on everybody's like bottom 5 worst movies.
Oh, no.
Like I'm curious what you think because you'll be.
What are you doing, buddy?
You're gonna be you're gonna be a very unique egg in that basket.
I'm gonna be like,
if you like
I'm gonna be like, no, actually, I'll probably see it. And I'll be like, Abel, Get over here. Sit down. Crisscross applesauce. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Why'd you make this?
Just get back together with Daft Punk. Release another Starboy album. Come on.
Oh, man.
Right?
That'd be incredible.
Anyway.
And then my last one, which I know for a lot of people would probably make their actual bottom 5, and it almost would, is Him. Just because,
Him is on my bottom 5.
Yeah, and it should be. And it would be on mine if my actual bottom 5.
If you hadn't seen 76 movies.
Yeah, more than that if you count streaming. I told you before we recorded, if I included the streaming ones I saw, it's 112.
That's insane.
That's insane.
All right, cool. And that's not even including like rewatches of stuff because you rewatch things every year too.
I rewatched Die Hard on Christmas too.
That's crazy. All right, so bottom 5. Let's start with number 5 and we'll work our way down. Number 5 for me is going to be Lazarus. Now, I said earlier I love Shinichiro Watanabe. This show is not well executed. I feel like there's a good plot buried in it.
Somewhere?
No, not just somewhere. Like, it's there. Like, in the beginning, in the intro, it's like, oh, yeah, everybody was given this wonder drug that was, like, going to cure all diseases and shit. And then, like, 3 years later, the guy pops up and he's like, by the way, everybody who's been taking that wonder drug, you're going to die in, like, I think it's, like, 3 days or 2 weeks or whatever. Anyway, but he's like, y'all are going to die. So good luck. And this was for the better of the planet, and like,
peace out.
And that's a good plot. There's a timer, there's stakes. Everyone will die. Like, you don't know a lot of things that are going on. And then as the show is being executed, I found myself having moments where I'm like, it's getting good. Maybe we're finally getting that, because like I said, huge Cowboy Bebop fan, huge Space Dandy fan. I love Kids on the Slope. I love a lot of the stuff that he does. I did not love this. And so it made my bottom 5 because I had an expectation for it, knowing the director, knowing the writer, and not getting that kind of sucked.
Yeah, that's always never fun.
Yeah. What's your 5?
Captain America Brave New Bird.
Oh, that's on my bottom 5 too.
What a waste of Captain America, of Sam Wilson, what
a waste of Anthony Mackie's talent.
Right? Like to do Captain America or Falcon and the Winter Soldier show, which is all about who should have the mantle of Captain America.
Yeah.
Should it be me? Should it be U.S. agent? Who should it be? And then they're like, okay, it's going to be you, Sam Wilson. And then 3 years later to release a movie and be like, well, you're not Captain America yet.
This shouldn't have been a movie. It should have been like an hour and 20-minute final episode.
Should have been season 2 of Falcon.
No, it should have just been the final episode of the only season of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Like, that's what it should have been.
Too.
This should have been the culmination of that in like in a special and not a fucking movie. Yeah, I agree with you.
It's really annoying because it's like Captain America is now Captain America, but he was teamed up with Bucky, and now Sam Wilson's going to have an Avengers team, and we spent a whole show of him becoming friends with Bucky, and now Bucky's going to have an Avengers team. It's just like, what are you doing? Yeah. What is the point?
Right.
And Red Hulk is there, and it's like,
what a waste
cool,
of Harrison Ford's talent, Like,
and then Tim Blake Nelson comes back as the guy with the big brain, and he's wasted.
I love Tim Blake Nelson. What a waste of Tim Blake Nelson. What a waste.
What a waste.
What a waste.
What a waste all the way around.
Right, cool.
Yeah, not good.
Number 4 for me, no surprises. Captain America, Brave New Bird. All right, we already said it all. Moving on. What's your number 4, Odie?
Number 4 for me is going to be an Minecraft movie. And look,
okay,
it's bad.
It's a kids
and
movie.
It's stupid, but it's a kids movie. So like, yes, it's on my bottom 5, but yes, I also don't at me. I know it's not meant for me, but yeah,
the Minecraft movie was your 6-7 this year. That was Odie Matthews' 6-7.
Look,
it's like a dumb
thing.
It's
Minecraft movie.
Yeah.
Like, you should, if you're curious and you have that magnum opus itch, watch it on HBO Max. It's worth watching if you have the itch.
Yeah.
But it's not good.
Put it on in the background while you're cooking.
Well, like, the biggest problem I have with that movie is that I set up the main kid to be like this genius creator, and he builds like a tater tot gun, and then he doesn't build anything else for the rest of the movie. He doesn't do any crafting.
This is just a perfect example of like I call it like the memification of movies, where like what's happened is you have a collection of memes strung throughout the movie that keeps the target audience's attention just enough, And so, like, for people like you and I who are going in expecting, I don't know, a fucking fully fledged movie, we don't get it. Yeah. Are we on number 3? Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait.
Do you have anything else that you want to say about that? Did
No,
you
it's
like
Minecraft
Steve's
movie.
Lava Chicken at least? I don't know. Like,
Steve's Lava.
yeah,
No.
it's the memification of movies. Anyway, number 3 for me is gonna be motherfucking Snow White. Like, this movie was bad. And I actually forgot that it came out this year. I blocked it from my memory at first.
I kept saying to you it came out last year, and I was like, no, wait, it was
This
this
is a
year.
bad movie.
It's bad.
The movie was bad. I didn't have an expectation going into it, but like the new song that they wrote for it is not great. It was Moana, but as Snow White.
Gal Gadot is a terrible
Gal
actress.
Gadot was bad. A lot of the stuff, like, we have an episode. If you want to know how bad this was, listen to the episode. We talk about it all there.
Listen to us rant for an hour.
Scott, remember you're the baker and you're married. Yeah, all right. Fucking keep. Yeah.
Number 2.
Number 3 for you. What's your number 3?
No, number 3 is Minecraft
Oh, okay.
movie for me.
All right, number 2.
Oh, wait, no. Sorry, you're right. Number 3 for me.
Yep.
What's
your number 3?
List. Number 3, Snow White.
Oh, good. We're on the
funny
same
enough,
page.
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
okay.
literally just
That's-
not good.
That's why you moved to number 2. You're like, yeah, me too.
Yeah, I was like, oh, you already said
Okay,
it.
cool.
Number 2,
All right,
Kevin.
number 2. Number 2 for me is going to be War of the Worlds. You made me watch this movie, and I hated every minute of it. This movie was bad. This movie, there's no excuse. There is no
I
excuse
take full credit.
for how bad watching Ice Cube in a closet make boomer jokes is. Like, Ice Cube making boomer jokes, the movie, was not good. At all.
No,
And not only
I
that,
forgot about that.
the fucking point and click adventure aspect of this movie where like he's I said it there's a Magnum Opus video. Go watch it. It's bad. But the fact that supposedly the only guy trusted to run the CIA's massive infrastructure network of surveillance cameras and like find threats to the U.S. doesn't know how to short key. Get the fuck out of here! Like,
that movie was so funny.
bad.
The fact that you can see the green screen reflection of his glasses.
so bad. Okay,
Glorious.
yeah, that's my number 2. What's yours?
Number 2, that I'll admit, this was really, really hard for me, but number 2 is Jurassic World Rebirth. And
I'm glad I didn't see it.
should have been this movie. Look, I'm not a big Scarlett Johansson fan. I'll be the first to admit that. I don't understand how she's the highest paid actress of 2025. I don't understand
I do.
why
She
everyone's
was in
looking.
bloated IPs. Like,
That's true. This has a director that I love, Gareth Edwards, who did Monsters. He's done the Godzilla movie. He did a movie I personally really like, The Creator. Some people don't. I get it. That's fine. We're not here to talk about that. I like Gareth Edwards as a director a lot. This movie is dinosaurs. It's picking up after dinosaurs were free on the world. And it's just like, hey, everything that's happened in the last 6 movies.
forget about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's fine. Actually, the dinosaurs are dying
Yeah.
because of climate change. So now they're just back on an island again. But now we have a big guy, big tech, big pharmaceuticals needs you to go inject 3 dinosaurs so you can get their blood so we can make a cure for cancer.
Yeah.
The only way to do that is for mercenaries, 5 of you. Just 5 of you. It's
Also-
fine. Just 5 will be fine.
What's wrong with the island? Well, product placement ruined it for the first.
Well, and also on this island, we did an experiment to combine what if a xenomorph and a T-Rex had a baby?
Yeah, pretty much.
And also, we're not going to really show you that dinosaur, and it's barely going to be in it. And this movie's mostly just going to be a lot of walking around with very little dino action. And I talked about it when it came out. My biggest complaint with this movie is you did Jurassic World and you didn't put anybody in there to be cannon fodder. Like, you should have put 20 people on that island so we can see them get torn apart by T-Rexes and velociraptors and pterodactyls, whatever. But, like,
100%.
there was a movie. So last weekend, my buddy, shout out Jake Mathis, we served in the Marine Corps together. He came to visit me, really fun, and I wanted him to watch this movie called Primitive Warfare.
Uh-huh.
I missed it in the theaters. It was on my makeup list. This movie is based off a book, and it's what if during Vietnam, a group of scientists from Russia opened a portal, and from that portal, a bunch of dinosaurs came out, and now there's dinosaurs in Vietnam. So it's basically, what if Vietnam soldiers had to fight dinosaurs? Now listen, this is a $7 million Australian movie that does not have good special effects, and it is more enjoyable and more fun than Jurassic World was because it's actually having dino action.
Yeah.
Is it a good movie? Absolutely fucking not.
Yeah.
Would I cover it on Magnum Opus? 100%. But it was still better than Jurassic World Rebirth.
Yeah. Here's what I have to say to all the dino enthusiasts out there. Just rally together and get somebody to do a fucking proper Turok the Dinosaur Hunter movie.
Yes!
That's it. That's all we need. Skip Jurassic. Skip
all right.
the Jurassic World. Skip your fucking dinosaurs in Vietnam. Just get together on a forum somewhere. I know there's enough of you that'll be loud and annoying enough to get this made. We need Turok. That's all we need. We need Turok the Dinosaur Hunter.
Yeah.
Here's the best part about Turok. It ends with a weird alien guy. Come on.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
Just do it.
Weird tiny alien guy? Don't you want a weird tiny alien guy? All right.
Kevin, what's your number one worst
You
thing you saw
fucking
this
know
year?
what my number one worst movie is.
What is it, Kevin? Surprise me.
I'm gonna quote the exact line that they cut from Jordan Peele when he was talking about this movie. This movie shouldn't have been made. I hate this movie.
bad.
It's had enough time to steep in my brain. I don't know what it was about because it's about too much and not enough at the same
Football.
time. But it's not about football.
I know.
This movie is it somehow feels like a vanity project but isn't. It's bad. All of it's
So
bad.
bad.
And then on top of it, Marlon Wayans got mad that Demon Slayer beat it in the box office and said fuck
Yeah,
anime.
fuck that.
It's like, dude, this movie was not good. You might have done an interesting job as a performer, but the movie lacks cohesion, it lacks pacing, it lacks all of these things. And I remember there's an episode about it. Go listen to it. But we talked
Yep.
about it, and I'm going to say the same thing I said then. Now, this movie has everything that I normally like about a weird fucking movie in it.
Yeah.
But all of it put together in the way that it's put together and executed the way that it's executed is garbage.
It's garbage.
That's my number one. What's yours?
That would be in my actual bottom 5, but again, I wanted it to be. These are the movies that had big budgets, big actors,
It had
big directors.
big actors and a big budget.
It had one big actor
And a big
no
budget.
Big budget.
And
have a
Jordan
big budget.
Peele's name on it. This is the first real associated with Jordan Peele swing and a miss.
Yeah, but compared to Captain America, Minecraft, Snow White, and Jurassic World, those are
those are way bigger.
But
anyway,
number one,
what do you got?
And I think this might surprise some
Hit
people,
me.
but Tron Ares.
That was your worst movie of this year?
Okay,
You hate Jared
is it
Leto
the
that
worst-
much?
Is it the worst movie of the year? Probably not.
No,
Did
him
I
is the
hate it
worst
the
movie of the
most?
year.
Well, yeah, him probably is. But the reason I put Tron Ares at number 1, because originally I had Snow White at number 1, and I was like, well, no. And then I was like, Jurassic World, and I was like, no. I was like, Minecraft movie, no, not really. And then I was like, maybe Captain America. I was like, no. And I was like, Tron Ares, because here's why.
Okay, hit me.
The trailers lied to us. And I don't like being lied to about a movie. This movie was sold to me, in my opinion, as what if the world of Tron came to our world. And instead, I sat through a 2-hour, what if Jared Leto did some really bad acting and had to figure out what he was, and he was a program. And that's all it is. And then in the last 10 minutes, what if we had a small action scene where people are running around the city and a big Tron ship comes through. And spoiler alert, that Tron ship is being piloted by who was Tron Ares' right-hand woman, and she's just there to find him and beat him up.
Yeah, whatever.
And then they fight for 5 seconds, and then he kills
That
him.
sounds lame.
What if it's so, and that's the thing is, it's such a nothing movie because there's nothing in it where I was ever like, oh, this is cool. They start a fight scene and then they cut it early. Or they dip into an idea and then they completely ditch it. Or people make stupid decisions. The whole concept of that movie is, what if we used the Tron technology for the military? But it's a half-assed idea. Nothing is flushed out enough for me to care about anything.
Hey, Tron heads, here's a message for you. I want you all to collectively get together on a forum somewhere. I'm sure there's enough of you that'll be loud and annoying enough. Here's what we need. We need Reboot the show to be turned into a movie. Remember Reboot? Back in the day?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Game in loading, and they had the viruses, and they it was always a themed game that was an allusion to something. They had a Mad Max episode. Come on. Let's get Reboot,
Now,
baby.
Here's the other thing I
Tron.
will say real quick. Tron was really bad. I was very upset with it. Now, technically, I'm going off of movies I saw in the theaters, which means there was a movie that came out. It was called The Wrecker, and it was easily without a doubt, the worst movie of the year because it was a B movie. It was made from like a D movie director with Tyrese Gibson and like a bunch of unnamed people. It was so bad. And look,
but we're not coming here to punch
like,
downward.
Yeah, like that's the thing is like if I was literally to be like that was my number one, I'm punching down at a movie that was in theaters for one day.
No,
it was a one day release.
Punch up. We got to punch
not
up.
Fair. So I'm punching up to Tron. Fuck Tron.
Punching up. Yeah, no, F you, Jared Leto. Go back to your weird cult island.
Yeah, and that's the big thing is like I'm not going to support a sex criminal, so fuck you and fuck your movie.
Yeah, Jared. Well, what did we summarize? Jared Leto's still getting movie deals because he's on the Epstein list and has a couple copies of it. Like, and he's like blackmailing people to get fucking.
Insane.
He should never be Skeletor. Fuck this. Anyway,
Anyway,
Jared Leto, we do not endorse. Anyways, let's go to the top 5. And let's do the top 5, and then we'll do the same thing that I did with music, but you can do it with movies and TV, and you can go through the honorable mentions afterward. All right?
Yeah.
Let's fucking do top 5. I'm actually really excited about this. I love my top 5 this year. My top 5 I'm very passionate about.
So
let's hit it with number 5.
Well, before
okay.
You made me a deal, and I'm gonna use the deal.
Okay.
Because I saw so many movies, Kevin did me the favor of letting me tell you, the dear listeners, of what my 10 through 6 movies are.
Yeah.
And these are more or less meant to be honorable mentions, but I saw so many movies that I wanted to share 5 that maybe we didn't really talk about on the podcast, or we did, and I think they're worth checking out because, again, I saw a ton of movies.
Hit it.
So real quick, without going into very much explanation, 10 to 6, Black Bag, phenomenal, great.
Yep. I just watched
Phoenician
it last night,
Scheme.
actually. It's very good.
Yeah. Phoenician Scheme, Wes Anderson.
Yep.
Always love Wes Anderson. Makes it every time.
Cool.
Sinners. Sinners was great. Not good enough to be in my top 5 personally, but still 100% worth checking out.
Very good movie.
Chainsaw Man would be in my top 5, but it isn't. I've never really seen the anime, so I think this is a good movie that if you've never seen Chainsaw Man, you can go into this and enjoy it for what it was.
Phenomenal.
I cried. I laughed. I cried again. It's fucking incredible.
Here's a fun thing about Chainsaw Man. Oh, actually, I'll get to it. Never.
And then my last one at number 6, just barely edging out of the top 5, was a movie I talked about a little bit on the podcast called Violent Ends with Billy Magnuson.
Yep.
Just a phenomenal, grounded, gritty drama about drug trade in Arkansas. I fucking
Here's
love
a crazy take. I feel like Billy Magnuson would be a phenomenal Skeletor.
Oh my god!
Right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Oh
like,
my God,
that's
yeah.
the better pick. Like, fuck Jared Leto.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Get Billy Magnuson. Cool. I love that. Let's go to number 5. I will kick this off. Number 5 for me is The Phoenician Scheme. That
so
movie, we love a Wes Anderson. We have an episode about it. And this movie, it had enough twists and turns. I feel like the pacing was good. A lot of people are saying like this is their least favorite Wes Anderson film. But what's
crazy.
What's really funny about that is like that's like saying this is my least favorite masterpiece. You know, like
I mean,
like it's
truly,
really
yeah.
good. It's still really good, even though people are like. I feel. Here's what I feel like. I feel like if you compare it to your favorite Wes Anderson films, like the ones that you were introduced to, the ones that you have the most attachment to, the ones that you most identify with characters within, yeah, of course, you're not going to like it as much. But if you're comparing it to the other movies that came out this year, it's top 5 material, baby.
Oh,
this movie's phenomenal. Yeah. Phenomenal. Benicio del Toro knocks it out of the fucking park in this movie.
Yeah, he's
Michael Cera kills it. I even like Scarlett Johansson in this movie.
Yeah. I like everybody. Again, another
movie.
Star-studded cast for Wes Anderson.
Benedict Cumberbatch, come on. Like, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Killer.
Love Wes Anderson. And
Same.
I'll be honest, top 5 was really hard for me this year. Harder than it's ever been.
Because you watched 76 movies.
I know.
Well, you watched
It's
126 movies.
I've watched too many. Just kidding. There's no such thing.
Wow.
Number 5 for me is a movie. This is the one that I feel like it's like, oh, this is like no one heard of this. It was in theaters for a weekend. This is available to rent for $5 on Amazon Prime.
Yep.
And I cannot recommend this movie enough, especially if you like anime. Little Amelia, or the character of Rain, was one of was the most beautiful, inspiring, heartfelt movie I saw this year. It's about a 3-year-old who, technically it's about a 2-year-old who turns 3, and it's about seeing the world for the first time through the eyes of a kid. And it has this like magic mysticism of she thinks the world is this grand adventure, but then she experiences heartbreak and loss and pain, and because that's what experiencing life for the first time is. And it's just it's there's no bad guy, there's no like evil plot. It's just a kid going through life for the first time. She lives in Japan because her dad's an ambassador, and she has a grandma, and she has this like caretaker, and there's like a neighbor who's kind of mean but not really the villain. And it's just what she goes through and experiencing what it's like to lose something for the first time as a kid, but also to gain so much. And it's just literally like one of the most beautiful films of the year.
That sounds beautiful.
The animation's incredible. The voice acting's phenomenal. Like, I've been recommending this to everybody. My buddy Mark watched it with his wife Dom, and he was like, dude, I was crying up a storm. I was like, dude, in the theater, I was bawling. It's so good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just phenomenal.
Hell yeah. Number 4. Let's hit it.
4.
Number 4 for me is going to be Yorgos Lanthimos' Begonia. This movie is what? Is the same for you?
That's my number 4.
Oh, hell
so
yeah.
Just talk
All
about
right,
it together.
Cool. Begonia was phenomenal. Jesse Plemons and Emma Stone knock it out of the park. This is a very insular movie. This is like I feel like the ending for some people would take them out of it, and they'd be like, well, that's fucking weird. That's the point. It's a remake of a Korean film, essentially. The script landed in Yorgos Lanthimos' lap, and he immediately called up Emma Stone and was like, hey, do you want to do this? And she was like, yeah. So I think that's an awesome story to begin with. Jesse Plemons is fucking phenomenal. When I first saw the trailer, I was like, is that who I think it is? Like, I didn't even recognize him for a moment. But he plays like just this dirty, like Midwestern dude, you know? The ending is phenomenal. Yeah, like I just watch it. Like, I don't want to do any spoilers for it. We have an episode on it if you want the spoilers, if you want to listen to us talk about it. But like, it's really, really, really good.
I think it does a really good job of keeping you on the edge of your seat because, you know, you're questioning what's real, what's not, who's lying, who's telling the truth, what their motivations are. There's layers to it. The characters are phenomenal. There's twists, there's turns.
The writing is great. The actors are great. Yorgos Lanthimos is like weird but good. I have 2 weird directors on my fucking list this year. Actually, most of my movies are weird this year. Actually, most of my top 5 are just weird. Like, I feel like a lot of people will watch it, and that's the word that they would use. They'd be like, that was weird. And this,
and it's so good. Begonia, I had no expectations for going in, and here it is at number 3 on my list.
Once again, and another soundtrack note. I love the story that Yorgos Lanthimos only gave the guy writing the soundtrack like 4 prompts, and he didn't let him like see any of the film or talk to the actors or anything. He totally disrupted the way the guy does this, and that's what ended up adding to some of the jump scares, because the jump scares are sonic. In this, they're not even like visual. It's like, whoa, that was loud and real fast. And I loved that.
And it's also a secluded film.
It's so good.
I feel, and I like that a lot.
Insular. That's it. Yeah. Cool. Number 3. Would you like me to go, or do you want to go?
Well, yeah, because my 4 was your 4. So back to you.
Number 3 for me is one of the most beautiful, heartfelt movies that I saw in theaters this year. I laughed, I cried, I loved every second of it. Fucking Chainsaw Man is a masterpiece. And not only that, I said I was going to talk about this. The writer, the creator of Chainsaw Man, has come out saying after watching this film in theaters, he feels bad for letting Riza and Denji meet each other. Like, he actually feels bad for having this arc exist in the first place. After having seen it play out on the screen, he was like, oh,
because I'm mad.
That was actually mean of me to do to them.
Yeah, it was. It was so mean.
I love that that's the impact that the film has, and that it's so emotional. And it really, like, even for a normal person, like, there's a lot of the emotional portion of the interaction between these 2 characters that you identify with, and you're like, oh no, I've experienced this in some way, shape, or form. The way that it showcases vulnerability, the way that it showcases the human spirit, and like, even in these characters that are part fucking devil, like, it's amazing. Like, and then the film, like, the last 30 minutes of it is just like insane action animation. Like, I can't.
And I love that. It's so good.
So good.
It blew me. Like I said,
It's
as somebody
so
who
good.
didn't watch the first season of Chainsaw Man because I couldn't get through it, and then was like, I'll go see this and see. And wow.
There's a reason Chainsaw Man is a phenomena, and it's this. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's
it
number
got
3.
me into Chainsaw Man.
What's your number 3?
So, number 3 for me, this was really tough, but one battle after another.
Okay.
Just an absolutely incredible just masterpiece. Like, speaking of Benicio del Toro, incredible. I'm not a big Leonardo DiCaprio fan, but fuck me, he's incredible in this. You've got
Teyana
Sean
Taylor.
Penn as this weird villain. It's literally just such an interesting story that keeps you on your toes. It's very character driven. I don't really want to give away too much because I don't think you've seen it yet.
No, I haven't. Teyana Taylor, too, is I love how she looks as an actor in this film. She is in a category of artists for me that is like in the realm of like Ari Lennox, Teyana Taylor, like a lot of like female R&B, like SZA. Like she's in this realm. Summer Walker, where like I'll get on a kick every once in a while and she's just in that rotation. She has a beautiful voice. She's a phenomenal artist. She's a wonderful, like it appears to be actress. So I can't wait to see more from her in the future.
And this is on streaming, I believe now. I believe it's on Peacock.
Cool. I think I saw it somewhere, and I was like, "Oh, I'll watch it."
It's on
I think
streaming
it's on
now.
HBO,
I know that,
and I'm gonna watch it somewhere. I saw it somewhere, and I was like, "Okay,
it
cool."
is." And this is another movie, and this is kind of my trend this year with a lot of these actually, except for my number 1 and number 2.
Yeah.
These were all movies that going into
You went in blind,
except for maybe Phoenician Scheme, that I had zero expectations. I was like, oh, cool, like I'm gonna see this. Like One Battle of Enough here, I actually almost didn't see because it's like, oh, it's 2.5 hours. It's Leonardo DiCaprio. Do I really want to see this? I guess I will. Holy shit, this is amazing.
I had 3 movies on my list of movies to try and see before this episode came out, and that was one of them. The other 2 were Black Bag and Warfare, and I only made it to Black Bag because I was dog sitting for the past week, and then Matt called me up and was caught up in California, and I didn't have like everything that I needed to like sit down and watch everything, and I was like, so like my week kind of got messed up by Mother Nature, who messed up people's travels plans. But because of that, I wasn't able to get to the other 2, but I did get to Black Bag, which was phenomenal.
Black Bag was, that was in my top 10.
But I need to watch
10.
One Battle After Another. I think an interesting thing for me is if I watch that within the next week, does that change my top 10, top 5?
I'm seeing Marty Supreme, so we might come back next week and be like, hey, actually,
let's doctor these lists. These go in these positions.
I have to.
I think it'll make my
doctor
top
yours
10.
I think it'll make your top 10 for sure. I don't know. Your top 5 is pretty
my
solid.
Top 5.
I might beat out Phoenician Scheme, in my opinion, for you.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I might. Cool. Number 2. Let's move on to number 2. Number 2 for me is going to be Weapons. Zach Cregger absolutely knocked it out of the park with Weapons. I love the story behind it. Jordan Peele actually fired some people who weren't able to secure this story and script for him. I think that's hilarious because Jordan Peele produced Him, which was the worst movie of the year for me, and Zach Cregger got Weapons, which is one of the best movies of the year for me. So that does. If anything, that validates the anecdote that Jordan Peele fired people for not getting this story. But Zach Cregger did Barbarian. He did Weapons. Once again, we have an episode on this where we talk at length. I love this movie. I think it's phenomenal. I think it tells a really good story. I think the writing, the pacing, the sequencing of the stories and how they fall in line with each other, the way that the story is told and woven, and the way that the things are revealed over time, including and leading up to the final standoff against the antagonist of the film, is all phenomenal. And every single actor delivers a phenomenal performance all the way through.
Yeah.
That's it.
100%.
That's all I got. That's very succinct review. Go see it. It's great. If you don't like things that are creepy, get ready to be scared. If you do commit to seeing it, maybe watch it with somebody. It is scary a little bit, but it's great through and through.
It's so good. My number 2, Jordan Peele actually fired some people because he couldn't acquire the rights to this movie. Zach Cregger's Weapons.
Wow, our number 4 and our number 2 are the same. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and you can see my list, so you know I'm not lying. Weapons. It was I saw the teaser back in like January in front of Flight Risk, I believe.
Yeah.
And I went, oh, yeah, that's gonna be
the teaser was
gonna be a good
the kids
movie.
doing the Naruto run, and you're like, whoa, wait, what?
Yeah, and I saw it and I had not high expectations, but I was like, this is going to be a good movie. And yeah, it was.
Hell
It
yeah.
was incredible.
Yep.
It's my second favorite movie of the year. It was that incredible.
I think the biggest thing for this movie was Josh Brolin's in it, and I didn't find myself feeling like I was watching Josh Brolin. You know what I mean?
I love him.
That was probably
Yeah.
the biggest nice surprise for me, because that was the one part of the movie where I'm like, all right, well, is he just being, the Josh Brolin that we've come to know? And he wasn't. He was a very vulnerable father figure in this movie. It was really good.
Loved it.
Yep. So that was great. Number one.
Uno.
Do you want me to go first?
Oh, I know yours.
Yeah.
So go for
All
it.
right. Number one for me, season 2 of Andor dropped this year, and it is one of the best, if not, it is my favorite Star Wars property now. It is one of the best stories I've ever seen in the Star Wars universe. It is one of the best TV shows I've ever seen. Like, I would actually say Andor as a show is in my top 10, period. So, like, the fact that this came out this year, of course it's my number one. The messaging is spot on. The characters are spot on. The storytelling is phenomenal. I found myself at moments in this show definitely wondering who is going to survive, who's not. And I found myself pleasantly surprised by some of the more shocking moments, and I mean that in a storytelling way. Like, it was very satisfying. Nothing was undeserved. Everything felt like it made sense all the way up through the final moments. This show was so good, it made me go back and watch Rogue One immediately after watching the final episode.
And that's a phenomenal Star Wars movie.
Right? Which is
Gareth Edwards.
Yeah, Gareth
Again.
Edwards. We come back to Gareth Edwards.
It all comes back.
But like, that's how good it was. The day I finished watching this, I was like, I need to watch Rogue One. Like, I need
Yep.
to round out the full story of Cassian Andor. And not only that, this show was so good, and the acting is so good in it that in watching Rogue One, I'm like, that's not the same Cassian Andor I'm used to. Like, I was like, that guy's not as good. But Diego Luna knocks it out. Everybody, the fucking speech. Oh my God, I can't. Mon Mothma, like, just watch it. If you like Star Wars, watch it. If you don't like Star Wars, watch it. Like,
Watch it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so good. All right, what's your number one?
My number one was a movie that I knew the moment I saw the teaser set to We Will Rock You. I was like, this is going to be my favorite movie of the year.
Yeah?
F1. I saw this movie in IMAX first.
Yep.
Then I went back a second time and saw it in Dolby Cinema.
Yep.
And then I went back and watched most of it again in cinemas, but then I left kind of early because I was tired in a regular format. So I almost saw this movie 3 times in theaters.
Yeah. So Days of Thunder 2 is your favorite movie.
Days of Thunder is terrible.
I know.
This movie is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Joseph Krasinski just crushed it. I think I'm not even a big Brad Pitt fan, but this made me just absolutely love him on every level. Yep. Javier Bardem is in this. You've got just a phenomenal cast is what I think does it for me.
Yep.
But more than that, the story is, I think people see the story and they go, oh, well, Brad Pitt's playing a guy who was kind of a Formula One racer, and then he's not. Now he's coming back, and he's going to teach this team. It's so much more than that, and the layers to his character that you see unfold, the action bits, the race, the crashes, and
Yep.
I think when we talk about filmmaking, and I think about this a lot with what I saw this year. I saw a lot of garbage, a lot of bad movies, a lot of green screen slop, a lot of high budget, just non-deliverable, just slop, for lack of better words.
I would say you saw at least 60 of those.
A lot. Granted, there's a lot of good stuff that I saw
yeah.
that's not even going to be on our honorable mentions because it's, it's good, but is it worth mentioning? Probably not.
Yeah.
But what I think makes this movie feel so good to me is how they put the effort into filmmaking. And I love the craft of cinematography and strapping these guys into F3 cars and having them race around tracks and throwing cameras on them and adding the realistic element of feeling like they're actually in these cars as opposed to green screen going by them at 100 miles an hour or whatever. It's very Top Gun in that way, where it's real actors in the real scenarios. But the story in this and the climax and the finale and the ending to Sonny Hayes' character, I saw a lot of people be like, well, his ending doesn't make sense. And I'm like, I love his ending. I love his ending so much. It's one of my favorite character arcs this entire year because it shows that and this is a minor spoiler, but like his arc ends with he loves racing. He loves racing. He doesn't care if he's winning trophies. He doesn't care if he's the best. It came back full circle that for him, it's the love of racing. Yeah. And he has a really bad accident and it scares him from going back into it. And then he overcomes it by just being like, I'm going to race whatever I can.
100%.
Whether it's NASCAR, trucks, Baja, F1, go-kart, it doesn't matter. And like that shows his love for the craft that he's in. Yeah. And I just think the movie from like top to fucking bottom is I love it. I love it so much.
Yeah. Javier Bardem is actually one of my favorite parts of the movie. I think he does a really great job playing an owner whose conflict of interest is that he's roped an old-time friend into a business to help him as a last-ditch effort, and now is watching the push and pull of the tension that he's created, and he's trying to at some points mitigate and or stop it. And I think the few scenes that he's in are some of the most elevated scenes of the entire film, which to me, because I rarely, you know this about me, Odie, I rarely watch a movie a second time now. Mm-hmm. Like I'm very much like, I watch it, I'm like, good, got it, great, and I move on. But this movie I turned on for my brother and I to watch not long ago. My brother is a gearhead. He works for a car dealership. I was like, dude, you haven't seen F1? Like, I was like, you would love this movie. And I turned it on, and of course, he and I were just sitting there like staring, and he was like, this movie's amazing. I'm like, I'm glad we're watching it. But upon my rewatch, I realized a lot of the stuff that really kept me as engaged as I was in the movie were the scenes with Sonny and Javier Bardem's character. Like, they were just they were so tense. And a lot of it is like very tropey. It's very standard storytelling, but they do it in an original way, and they take fictional characters and blend them with the real world racers, and that makes it all the better. So, yeah.
And you got a real F1 racer in this who was a producer.
Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I thought, the movie was great. And I love that the looming specter of the potential loss of a race is always a real driver's name. You know, like that was cool. I was like, oh, yeah, of course. That guy would fuck you up on the course, wouldn't he? You know?
Yeah.
Like,
I also just love the relationship between Brad Pitt, like Sonny Hayes and the new driver, and the ego and the tearing down of the ego, and like the crash that guy has, and the mom blames Sonny, and Sonny's like, I was trying to help, but he doesn't really say that, and it just
so good. The whole thing's good.
It's so good.
Definitely. That was a solid number one. I would say your number one is absolutely solid. The only reason it didn't make my top five was I remembered the Phoenician scheme. I was like,
you reminded me of that, and I was like, oh, I gotta change my top 10.
It was my top. It was in my top five, and then I remembered. Well, because I did mine off your list, and you didn't have the Phoenician scheme on there, and then
so that means I'm gonna be at 77 movies when I see Marty Supreme.
There you go.
I forgot to include that.
There you go. So yeah, the Phoenician scheme is the only thing that bumped F1 out of my top five. And I'm not normally a race movie guy. I'm not normally like that. Yeah, but it was really good.
Sports movies never do it for me, and I would consider this a sports movie.
It was great. I love the
ways.
whole, like, every little ritual, the pulling the cards, the throwing the tennis ball, all the things. Yeah, it's just great.
So good.
So that's...
I'm going to watch that again
today,
That's
the top
maybe.
five. Odie, run us down our extensive list of honorable mentions. Have some fun with it. Let's go.
So many good ones. Superman, obviously, best superhero movie of the
best
year,
Superman
hands down.
Ever, possibly.
My favorite Superman movie
David
for
Cornsweet,
sure.
Best Superman as well. Maybe?
Nicholas Hoult, David Cornsweet.
Phenomenal.
Oh my God.
Knocked.
Love the guy that plays Jimmy Olsen.
Woo.
Can't wait for that.
Wait,
show.
hold on. I got to do the thing again.
You did it, James Gunn.
James Gunn.
You did it.
Woo.
James, you fucking did it, James.
You did it. Way to go, James.
I just love doing that.
It's so fun. 28 years later.
Yep.
Great follow-up to 28 weeks. Can't wait for the...
Sorry, also in my top 10. But I didn't do a top 10.
Here's
the hard thing. I actually did... So the reason we have these honorable mentions, I did a long list of like all the things I liked. I whittled it down to a top 10, and then I did the really hard thing. I go, okay, but what's really the top 5? Like, I really applied this metric to myself. And I feel like... I actually feel very validated in having done that, because I was like, okay, these are the 5 that are like the best, but like 28 years later, definitely top 10 material.
Well, I would have a top 20, and I will mine down to a top 10.
Okay.
So, yeah. So we both had to make sacrifices.
Yes, we did.
28 years later, though, I love it. I can't wait for the Bone Temple. I get why people might not like this as much now, but I love the direction they're going.
Yeah, me
I
too.
love the ending to the last one. Make it crazy, Alex Garland and Danny Boyle.
This was a great story, and what's his name? The guy that we like, the really ripped guy that's in this. He's fucking the hunter. He's
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Aaron Taylor Johnson
love
is
him.
just killer in this movie. Because, like, you like him, but you hate him at the same time. You know?
And it's perfect. He plays those characters really
Yeah.
well. Welcome to Derry. Phenomenal. We talked about
Go watch it. Do you like horror?
Phenomenal.
Go watch it.
Black Bag, but that's an honorable for you because it's in my top 10.
So good.
Mickey 17, that would have been in my top 20. That was good. I liked it a lot.
Oh my God, so good.
Fantastic Four, First Steps. Look, finally we got a good Fantastic Four movie.
It was great.
I liked it a
Was
lot.
it top 10?
I liked
No,
Human Torch.
but it was great.
No, and that wouldn't even be in my top 20 either.
Yeah.
Friendship, phenomenal. Love that pairing.
So good.
Yeah, Tim Robinson, Paul Rudd. Just a weird movie, man. Just a weird movie.
Do you like
Love it.
off-putting comedy? Go watch it.
Yeah, I started watching Detroiters, by the way.
Oh yeah, I've watched all of Detroiters. I love that show.
Can't wait to finish
The
that.
show's so great.
The Smashing Machine, a movie that I think touches on a lot of subject matters closer to you than me, but still good.
Yep.
The Rock, is he a real actor now? I don't know, probably.
All the way up to the last 20 minutes of the film, yeah.
Until he shaves his head
All
and
the way
becomes
up
The Rock
until he
again.
shaves his head and becomes Dwayne The Rock Johnson again. No, this movie was phenomenal. It was really good. I highly recommend. Big honorable mention. On that one.
The Long Walk. What if Hunger Games, but everybody walked and got shot if they stopped
What
walking?
if Hunger Games, but the thing that inspired Hunger Games?
What if Hunger Games, but exactly.
Hey, do you like Hunger Games?
Look,
Here's the thing that came before Hunger Games. That was one of the inspirations for Hunger Games. Why don't you watch it? It was great.
yeah, pretty good movie. We talked
It was
about
very
it.
good.
The Naked Gun. Great comedy. Great comedy. One
Solid.
of the best. I just realized what's not on our honorable mention, so I'm going to throw this out here now. One of Them Days, another great comedy this year. Honorable
Keke
mention.
Palmer. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
So
Keke
good.
Palmer and SZA,
Yeah,
just
so good.
absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
Love
Hey,
that
do you like
movie.
Friday? Go watch Friday, but ladies.
It's so
Yeah,
good.
it's really
Predator Badlands, this one almost made my top 10. I'm a big Predator fan. I loved seeing the Predators just get to do Predator shit. It was fun.
Oh, I don't know if it's on our honorable mentions, but Killer of Killers too. That's on that should be on there. If it's not on there, Killer of Killers should be on there too.
Killer of Killers 2.
Both Predator things that came out this year were very good.
Yes. Caught Stealing.
Oh,
That was a good one.
So good.
Fun. Just a fun
Yep.
movie. That would be in my top 20 for
Yep.
sure. Common Side Effects.
Oh, cartoon. You did not see this. It's actually
did not see
really,
that.
really good. It's all about like a government conspiracy. I highly recommend it. It's got a different animation style. If you like Adult Swim and you like some of the weirder stuff that they put out, that was really good. And then on a side recommendation, although not an honorable recommendation for Best of the Year, Pantheon was also good. I did watch that this year. Yep.
Deli Boys. I did see that.
So good.
Loved it. So
good.
Just
Do you want to watch
phenomenal.
really weird Arrested Development but two Indian guys? Like, let's
Yeah.
fucking do it. Yeah.
This show, if I was including TV shows, this one would definitely be up there for me. Devil May Cry.
Oh, so good.
Oh my God.
One of the best
that
anime of the
was
year,
good,
for sure.
but not better than The Mighty Nine,
No.
which would be in my top.
It's
it
up
might
there,
even
baby.
make my top 5 if I was doing.
Yeah,
TV
did you
shows.
watch the
Oh my
final
God.
episode this week?
Oh, of
So
course I
good.
did.
It's so good.
Of course I did.
It's so good.
So good. Mountain Head.
Oh, did you watch Mountain Head?
I did
Okay,
not.
so Mountain Head brought to us by a lot of the same people that did Succession, except it's Steve Carell, famous younger comedic actor. And
that's the one where they all meet up.
They
at the
all
resort.
meet up
I know
at a
which one- I
resort.
know
It's
this
a bunch
movie.
of
Yep.
billionaires who own the biggest tech companies in the world meeting up in a resort as like the world is about to set itself on fucking fire, and it is comedic fucking genius. It's like,
I need to
did
watch
you
this.
like Succession? Do you hate billionaires? Watch The Mountain Head. Like, you have to. It's so
Okay.
fucking good. Yes.
I'm trying to think of it's Steve Carell, Jason Schwartzman, Corey Michael Smith, and Rami Youssef.
And Rami Youssef is like fucking. He is gold in this movie. He is gold. All right.
Sakamoto Days.
Phenomenal. Do you like The Mighty Nine? Have you not watched
you like Matthew
Sakamoto
Mercer?
Days? Yeah.
From Old Country Bumpkin to Master Swordsman.
So good. Okay, this is the only anime I've ever seen that uses actual sword fighting techniques as a way to explain why this guy using just the fundamentals of an art form is better than all of these other people around him. It's phenomenal. It's endearing. You need to, like, if you like swords, if you like sword fighting, if you like action, if you like anime, just watch it. It's great.
Love it. Oops, sorry, I lost my spot. Gachikuta.
Oh, yeah.
Gachikuta. Yep.
Do you like little grubby people down in a trash land? Just watch
I need to finish it. I'm halfway through. I need to finish it.
It's so good.
Has Been Hotel. Great. I've seen a couple episodes.
I cannot. Okay, there's another show. I'm just getting into. Her name's Vivian. I forget her last name. Starts with an M. The creator of this she's a genius. And I watched the Has Been Hotel special where they all performed on Broadway and gave her all the credit she ever deserves. She's phenomenal, and this is such a wonderful little subcultural thing. Like, it's great.
Incredible. Yep. Kaiju number 8. I loved it. Oh my God.
Do you like big monsters? Do you like anime? Just
and do you
like
like nobody winning?
Yeah, do you like
because
nobody
winning?
wins?
Yeah.
Watch Kaiju number 8.
Eddington, a movie that took a second watch through
Top
for
10.
me to enjoy, but
top 10 for me.
Top 20 for sure.
Yep.
Zootopia 2, I recently saw that, almost made my top 10.
Okay.
Just better than the first one, which is hard to do.
I'm gonna have to watch it because the first one's fine for me. It's fun. Like, it's just
the first one's
just fun.
But this one actually has a message. It has themes, and it really touches on stuff that I think nowadays is necessary. It's got a lot of parallels. Cool. The Damned, which would be, oh man, that's just one of my favorite horrors of the year. A slow burn psychological.
I forgot I need to watch that. Fuck.
Some people I've recommended it to were like, oh, not for me, and I'm like, hey, that's fine.
No,
I really liked
need
it.
to
It's
watch
Icelandic.
That.
Yeah. It's on Hulu. It's worth it. It's 90 minutes. It's a good psychological one.
Yep.
It's a slow burn though, and I can't emphasize that enough.
Yeah. Here's the one thing. Here's what I will give you credit for, Odie. In seeing all of these movies and in me being more selective, I have missed out on like 4 or 5 things that I like now at the end of the year. I'm like, oh, I need to watch those. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say there's a couple on here that I'm like, yeah, you did miss them, but I hope you see them anyways. And The Damned was a limited release thing that I just got lucky for. K-pop Demon Hunters, amazing.
Yeah, it's a cultural
golden.
phenomenon.
You're golden.
Have you not watched it
We're
yet?
all golden.
You fucked up.
This next one was in my top 10 until you said Phoenician Scheme to me before we started recording, and I had to bump it out. So it's technically number 11. It's a movie called Code 3 with Rainn Wilson and Little Rel Howery.
Yes.
Look, this movie, I just love it. I don't know what else to say. Like, it's just so good. The final season of My Hero Academia, amazing. Cried. It's great.
Oh, was that the final season?
Final season.
Oh my God, I'm so behind.
Yeah, a little bit. The Penguin.
Okay. Oh yeah. Oh my God. Oh good. Please. Do you like DC? Do you like Batman? Do you like James Gunn? Wait, hold on.
Again.
Penguin. Everybody go watch The Penguin. I'm still over here applauding. All right.
It's so good. Severance season 2.
I have not watched that yet. I'm so bad.
Incredible.
I think I'll get around to Foundation season 3 before I watch Severance season 2.
I would wait for Severance season 2 until 3 comes out because honestly, there's such a huge cliffhanger that waiting is atrocious.
I probably will wait then.
Wake Up Dead Man.
Great.
Yeah, obviously.
Phenomenal.
Great.
Ryan Johnson.
Alien Earth. We both have different opinions on how that season wrapped up, but overall good.
Alien Earth is definitely very close to my top 10, if not in it. I thought it was phenomenally executed. You and I at the end of it did have very different opinions. I love it. I think this is a huge addition to the Alien franchise. We talk about bloated IPs. Alien is not yet there for me. Like, it's not bloated. No. I don't feel like I'm encumbered when I have to watch a new Alien thing. You know, I've watched people like explain some of the Easter eggs and playthroughs of Alien. What's the game? Where you're locked in space.
Like Colonial Marines and
stuff?
No,
the one where you're locked in space. It was like it was an alien horror. Isolation, yeah. Yeah, I've watched a couple like analyses of like the storytelling in that, and I'm like, oh, cool. Yeah, no, I like it.
Nice. And then last but not least, Frankenstein.
Oh yeah, Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein. There's a huge subset of people that just love this. It's probably the best thing of the year for them. Big period piece. I would say the biggest thing for me is just like I love the way Guillermo del Toro dresses up his world.
Yeah.
So good. Mia Goth knocking it out of the park. Jacob Elordi killing
Two
it.
roles.
Yeah. Christoph Waltz showing up in the show and just like,
Oh, yeah.
so good. The show, it's Oscar Isaac. I mean, yeah, just fucking.
It's great.
Oscar Isaac should be doing more Moon Knight, but if we get more Frankenstein style stuff, I'm fine with that too.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's it. That's a wrap
And
on
that's it.
2025,
Now,
baby.
I will say this too. My release schedule for Magnum Opus is changing to Sundays, so not this Sunday. Well, this comes out the first Sunday of 2026. I will have my tier list video where I go through every movie I saw in theaters and rank them in a tier list. So if you want to know how I felt about some of the ones that maybe we didn't mention or ones that you thought were bad, that's going to be my video next week, which I'm really excited to do because, man, that's a lot of movies to get through.
Yep. What's your final jam of the year, Odie?
Kevin, my final jam
of 2020
is all the great movies that we mentioned. Because I don't think there's anything else I can mention except for the fact that, I saw Die Hard, this week, which, obviously I've seen it before. That's all I got.
My final jam of the year is, and I would ask our listener. No, well, close. I would ask our listeners to embrace this more in their lives. Look around your community. Look around your locality. Travel if you need to. Go see fucking live theater. As I was thinking about this year, as I do around this time of year, because it's the solstice, it's also my birthday, it's New Year's, it's a holiday. It's like there's so much that's like that's very emotionally heavy packed into this one little portion of the year. And I'm very lucky that my birthday is just a couple days after Christmas, a few days before the New Year for, most people who are celebrating the New Year around this time. And it really every year I get a little extra layer of like, okay, well, let's recap the last year of our lives. Let's look at this. And one of the things that brought the most value to my life, not just to this podcast, not just to my family, my friends, me, but to my life in general, was community theater. And being in community and being around people and just experiencing the variation of what brings people joy and meaning and purpose, and hearing them talk about it and sharing those moments with them, and then sharing those moments with people who came and consumed it, who came and watched it, because it's art. It's more than content. And in a world that is increasingly content driven, I think one of the best things you can do for yourself to make yourself or to rather rehumanize your life is to immerse yourself in community and in that expression, and watch some of the people around you have their firsts. Because a big thing that I think that we miss as we get locked into these echo chambers is when you go and you watch community theater, I got to watch some kids that I know have their first experience with certain things, have their first lead named role, have their first solo, and those are huge moments, because what that's doing is that's cultivating the next generation of creatives, and you can fucking watch it in real time if you're showing up. That's my jam.
I love that, and I'm gonna tack on my actual jam because I think that this
You've
fits
got a real
perfectly with
jam.
yours. Well, you made me think of
It's
this
friendship.
and to kind of, yes, but also to continue this nice bow on how you just wrapped that up. Go to the theater.
Yeah.
Go to the movies. I think some movies, I saw Avatar 3. Look, plot wise, fucking awful.
Yeah.
I didn't like any of it. Nate and I sat for 3 hours picking it apart. Visually, the best looking movie of the year, obviously. Okay. And part of that is because we saw it in IMAX or Dolby or whatever. And that made it, I don't think it has the same effect on the TV. I will never watch that movie again, but I'm glad that I did see it at least for the visuals alone, because man, holy shit. In a year of movies that have, green screen slop, like I've said, there was a movie this year came out called In the Lost Lands, and it's literally just Dave Bautista and Mila Jovovich on a green screen. So the theater, the movies is not a place for everybody, and not every movie needs to be seen on the big screen. But movies like F1, One Battle After Another, Begonia, Chainsaw Man, they have another level when you see them in the theater. And also, sometimes you get a theater experience where people are just as excited as you are, and it adds to it.
Yeah.
And sometimes you get a theater experience that's awful, where people talk and cough and sneeze and yell and scream, and they're on their phone, and that's awful. My suggestion to you is go on Thursday night at 10 o'clock. Nobody's there, trust me. But the movies is still a very special place to me. I've been going since I was literally 5 years old. The first movie I ever saw was Star Wars Episode 1 in 1999. And ever since then, I have loved the movie experience. Wow. And I think go to theater, go to local theater, go to your movie theater.
Yeah.
It's worth it for certain
100%.
things.
Go to the theater. Go be out there. Like, turn off your phone. Go just enjoy something instead of binge watching fucking 8 hours of a thing. And then being like, I don't remember half of what I just saw because I just I binged. Like, it's like binging anything's bad. If you binge all your food, like, yeah, do you remember most of the taste? No. Like, you weren't eating it for taste. Like, portioning and quality over quantity is an important thing. And I think part of the way that you get that is committing to an experience, being present, showing up, right?
Exactly.
Our final jam of 2025 collectively for the UnPop podcast is just showing up. Just show up, baby.
That's all you need.
Well, great. With that, we can just sign this off and take it out of here, and I can go be fucking 55. Thank you, everybody, for listening to a wonderful year of the UnPop podcast. Thank you to FrankAce for providing us wonderful art earlier this year that we continue to use and give you credit for. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, subpoenas, or would like us to podcast live at your funeral, feel free to email mysecretpoweris@gmail.com. Remember, we also do want to hear what your tops were. So feel free to email those in. We will read it. Art by FrankAce. Music by moi. Make sure to check out our sister brother channel Magnum Nopus, and we will see you in 2026.